And we are live. What's good, people? It's your man DL Saint. How y'all doing? Welcome. It's Tuesday, y'all. Welcome to I Really Want to Know podcast, man. Good to see you. Hope everything is going good. Um, on my end, things are going the way they're supposed to go, I suppose. I mean, things are moving in the right direction. Let's put it that way. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just got to keep pushing, y'all, no matter what it is. Keep pushing. Here's what it is, bro. I was sitting here, just out doing my normal thing, picking my daughter up, me trying to figure out what's gonna be for dinner, like what I'm gonna make for dinner, figure that out, y'all. I'm just keep it simple. We're gonna do turkey burgers and some potatoes and some salad. It's gonna be nice. Um, and also I just happened to notice that Patrick Beck David was on, like he was doing like an emergency session, and he just an extra episode because they get the home team this morning. Really good show, by the way. I'm gonna be reacting to that show tomorrow. So a lot of good stuff out there. There's a lot of good content out there. And that one will definitely be a downrange podcast because it's just I want to talk about the political stuff, and they were covering so many different things. But breaking news: Patrick Beck David just made a $100 million offer to Tucker Carlson. $100 million, 5-year deals, $20 million a year. So sweetheart deal. Sweetheart deal. He announced it on Megyn Kelly's show, and now he's on his platform talking about it. Megyn Kelly even said to the camera, talking to Tucker, like, this is a good deal. She was like, does he have to pay for his own production costs? Because it includes ownership. It includes being named president of Valuetainment or whatever division that they have, or however they're going to structure this. So, he's going to be like suite level ownership. He's going to be on the board. $20 million a year, 5 years. It sounds like it's guaranteed. I mean, he didn't like bring out the whole thing, but it sounds like it's guaranteed. Sweetheart deal to get Tucker Carlson to team up with Valuetainment, Patrick Beck David. Shout out to Pat. Yo, I'm telling y'all, people, man, y'all need to watch that man, Patrick Beck David. Watch that man. He know what he doing. Watch that guy. Like, yo, shout out to them. I hope Tucker takes that deal. I don't see anyone really giving that kind of deal to Tucker or anyone else really. No one that's anywhere near mainstream is going to do that. I don't think they just can't match that deal. I would not be surprised if they go into negotiations. I think if you're Tucker Carlson, you gotta answer that. you gotta holler at him like, yo, get Pat on the phone. I need to talk to him. There's gonna be some negotiations going on. But it's it is what it is. Sister Candace is in the building. What's good, sis? How you feeling? Good to see you. Always a pleasure to see you, love. Brother Damon's in the building as well. What's good, fam? How you feeling, bro? Thanks for coming through. Yeah, we're gonna this is part 2. We're gonna do part 2. Yesterday, man, we went 3 hours yesterday. Y'all know I don't normally do that. We went 3 hours yesterday. We probably could have gone 5 hours. Just a good it was just good content, a good show, good stream. The state of marriage in America. It just Miss Globe Girl was here and had a whole lot of good like a real good take on what was going on. She had some really good questions. We were able to really delve into it and ran out of time. I was like, man, we're going to do a part 2 because we couldn't get to the part that I wanted to get to. We couldn't get to the part that sparked the idea in the first place, which is Olivia Dunne. I read an article yesterday in the New York Post and was blown away by this article. And I'm like, you know what? And that kind of got me thinking in like the sexual marketplace, thinking about what's going on in the trenches and no man's land out there in the dating world. And then it kind of expanded into relationships, and that expanded into marriages and where we are with it. So like, you know what? We're gonna have to do a part 2. That's what we're doing right now. I'm thinking of that deal. Patrick Beck David just made $100 million 5-year offer to Tucker Carlson. Like if Tucker accepts that, or they, to get in there and negotiate that, to get it to land wherever it's going to land, and he comes on board with Valuetainment, mainstream media is in a whole lot of trouble if that happens. Mainstream media is in a lot of trouble. Um, so yeah, Sister Candace, like, is that the girl from Bad Girls Club? That is the girl. She is a gymnast. She is a I think she's one of the highest paid collegiate athletes in the country. She goes to LSU. She's a gymnast, and she's seven figures. She was recently in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Never heard of her name. I never knew about her prior to seeing this article, and it had everything to do with being ghosted on social media. So I, kind of sparked my interest. Like, there's so many guys out there like, there's no way she's being ghosted. Yeah, fellas, the top tier guys, the one percenters, they have options, bro. They have options. Yes, she's getting ghosted. It just shows you how difficult the dating world is today with social media. We're gonna pull up the article that has pictures of her. You guys will see what I'm talking about. But yeah, Sister Candace, she's worth she's definitely seven figures with her endorsements and this and that. She has a full ride to LSU. She's one of the best gymnasts in the NCAA and AA, I believe. I'm not sure if she's quite Olympic material. I don't know. Maybe she probably. I don't know. But she's certainly popular. She has a lot of clout and she has money. So we're definitely going to get into that. We're going to get into that. But man, if PBD, if Valuetainment lands Tucker Carlson, yeah, man. And it's just, I'm so excited because I have people who rock with that organization, people I know, people I've worked with in the past. And, it's just a matter of time, before I can sit down and shake some hands over there. I'm just excited. It's like just to watch them. Yeah, Patrick Bet-David is worth well north of 300 million. Some say north of 500 million. Man worked hard, pulled himself up from nothing. Born in Iran, was, able to get out of there before all that turmoil started, living in refugee camps in Germany for a couple of years, came to America, coming to this culture as a child and to go through what I know he went through, was able to get through a school system, graduated high school, did not graduate top honors or anything like that, joined the United States Army. He was member of the 101st Airborne Division, 101st Airborne Division out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I had a cousin in that, in the 101st. I'm airborne. I'm a paratrooper. I was at Bragg. He's air assault. Just to see that. I mean, that's truly the American dream. It still exists. You can still do it. That watch that guy. He did it. He did it. And now, it's like he somehow fell into his story is really good. If you haven't read his story or heard his story or watched him tell his story, really go check that out. When he's, what he did, he almost wound up back in the Army. He was like, let me try this thing in investment. I don't know if it was management or he was going to be like a stockbroker or something. He took some tests, a really, really difficult test. He studied hard. He passed it, got the licenses he needed, and got into the business. And I guess that led to insurance, and that led to his fortune. He takes care of his people. You can tell he cares about his folks. Like he's leading from the front for real. And that's Patrick Bet-David, y'all. I'm talking about Patrick Bet-David. I got nothing but respect for that man. So I hope he gets Tucker Carlson, and I hope that he can take Valuetainment to the next level, which is his plan. And looks like he's on his way, man. Shout out to him. And then when Andrew Tate finally gets clear of all this nonsense in Romania, Andrew Tate might wound up somehow connected to Valuetainment. And then my personal take on it is Patrick Bet-David is not going to stop there because he likes to have both sides. He really wants balance. So he's okay. That's the conservative side. Well, he's going to go out. He's going to get the liberal side, and he's going to be bringing people in for that as well. And then we'll have something that, okay, maybe this is something with some real balance. Maybe it's going to be something where we can get just news and not opinion. Maybe it's a place where people can talk about stuff no matter how outrageous it is, and you can at least hear it. Conspiracy theories and whatnot. At least you can hear it. So shout out to them. So let's get into what we came to get into. Yeah, Sister Candace, like Don Lemon is available. He sure is. I I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if I would rock with that dude. Sister Candace, you crazy. Like Don Lemon's available. He sure is. He's gonna be looking for work for a while. And I'll say this before we move on. Patrick Bet-David was also talking about a 100% fully functioning entertainment conglomerate. He's going to be doing movies, he's going to be doing shorts, he's probably going to be doing series. He has the connections. He started in LA, y'all. He has the connections. He's going to have the money. It's going to be hard to crack LA. It's going to be hard, right? Hollywood is undefeated, but there's a lot of room out there to make your own noise and do your own thing. Like, you don't have to have a seat at the table in Hollywood. You could do your own thing. And Pat got money, but he ain't got Disney money. You feel me? He ain't got that kind of bread. He can't crack it like that, but he can earn the respects, start getting awards, make some noise, and then be able to partner up with the bigs. You ain't never, ever, 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 ever going to dethrone Hollywood. It's never going to happen. Yeah, I said it. It's never going to happen. They are fierce. I've been in the room. I've been there with the cool kids. I've been there with billionaires trying to crack Hollywood and got nowhere. Nowhere. Talking about people where money was not a thing, got nowhere. So I'm really curious to see how Pat's gonna rock this out. You know what I mean? I'm really I'm definitely gonna get down there. They do live events now. I'm definitely gonna go down there, shake some hands, you know what I mean, break some bread with some folks. Yeah, absolutely gonna do that. So shout out to Pat, you know what I mean? Shout out to Valuetainment. Shout out to them. That's for Pat, Valuetainment, Tom, Jedediah, Vinny, Adam. I think Adam is still there. The whole Valuetainment team, Nat, all y'all, everybody in front of and behind the cameras, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all doing great work. Looks like Last Good Man in Jersey's in the house. What's good, fam? How you feeling? What up with you, bro? Appreciate you stopping by to support the show, man. I appreciate it. Hey, y'all, you guys go check out Last Good Man in Jersey's YouTube channel, bro. He's out there making noise himself. He's doing his thing. He has some good topics and he has some good content over there, guys. Go over there and check that out. Yeah, go check that out. I love to support the people who support me. That's how YouTube works. That's what we got to do. So, do me a favor, y'all. Go over there, check him out, see what he got going on. Let him know. Hit up his comments. Tell him you like it. Tell him you don't like it. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. So let's get into this part 2, guys. So yesterday we were talking about marriage in America, and we were talking about dating and all sorts of stuff, right? So we were doing that yesterday. Oops, I hit the wrong button. So let's definitely let's get into it. We were talking about guys, like these young men, millennial and Gen Zers, like 63% of them had just stopped pursuing women. They've just given up. They're not even trying to get on with women, right? So that's going on out there. You have we were talking to Ms. Globe Girl about how difficult it is to actually be with a woman. Like I think a lot of people don't realize, you're talking about getting a woman to be intimate with you, like getting a Foxy Brown. It is so hard. And we were talking about the differences between men being respected for, having a high leg count or high body count, and women not being respected. And the reasons why. Well, it's easy for women to get sex. It's really difficult for men. We're talking about that. We were talking about the downside of marriage for men. A lot of men are kind of figuring it out. They're hearing the stories from older dudes. They're reading. They're watching YouTube. They're seeing these stories. 50% of marriages end in divorce. There's no getting around that stat, right? There's just no getting around it. In most cases, men lose stuff, like half their stuff, lose their house, half of their things, and they have to pay child support and alimony, stuff like that. Now, that's not gender specific. That's not just all men going to lose. No, it's the people who go into a relationship with stuff, right? The people who have stuff, whoever has the bread, that's who's going to lose in family court, right? So, and that brings us to the next thing. Women are out earning men right now in America's 22 largest cities. Women are out earning men in their cohort. So these women are coming out here killing it. Why? Because they're graduating from college in higher numbers than men. So they're making more money. And we all know about hypergamy. That's simply the technique of dating up, or getting the best you can possibly get. Most women will date across the spectrum financially. They'll date a guy who makes as much as they do or more. Very, very rarely will they date someone who makes less. So we got all that going on, and all that is affecting marriages. Yesterday we read some articles and we looked at some stats about all that. Who's getting divorced at what ages, and we read a whole bunch of stuff. Go back and check that episode out if you missed it. Just go ahead and check it out. And it's the same title, The State of Marriage in America. Go watch that, and then this is part 2. So Olivia Dunne, this young woman, it's a beautiful young woman, athlete. Olivia Dunne makes confession about social media reality. You'd be surprised. All right. So Olivia Dunne has TikTok buzzing over her latest confession. The LSU gymnast and social media influencer appeared to hint that a certain someone is leaving her on red in a TikTok video on Sunday. So for you guys who are older, because I didn't know what this meant either, being left on red is basically someone ignoring you, not getting back to you. You know what I mean? Ghosting, I guess, is a variant of it. Being left on red is like you send someone a message and they don't respond. You can tell that they read your message, but they haven't responded. Apparently, this is a big no-no for these young kids that drives them crazy. For people who got stuff going on in their life, whatever. Get back to me when you get back to me. So right away, the simpletons in the world is like, no way that someone will leave you on red. I would never. Well, dudes in the 1%, they got stuff to do. They ain't worried about a dime. That's all they're surrounded by, are dimes. Me, every time I get a snapback after 16 hours, Dunne wrote over a video of her dancing to a popular Beyonce X My Husband remix by Cassidy. I don't know who these people are. I know Beyonce though. He was probs, which I guess probably just in the shower or something. The 20-year-old Dunne wrote in her caption. She also responded to someone in her comments who wrote, "There is no way someone is leaving Live Dunne on delivered." Yes, there is a way that's happened. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Top 20, bottom 80. Bottom 80 guys can't fathom. It's no way you're doing something like that. Top 20 guys, yeah, they do it all the time, bro. Do it all the time. They ain't worried about it. They ain't worried about it. Think about it. If you are a 1% guy, you don't care about a beautiful woman. You don't care about a big butt and a smile. You don't care. That's all that's around you. That's it. Wherever you go, the top women trying to holler at you. You don't care. You're a dude who's like, man, you probably won't even see most women until they make a run at you. That is it. When you get to that, you're a top 1% dude. Come on now, bro. You ain't having one-nighters for nobody, right? You have got that female mentality on steroids, abundance mentality, ridiculous abundance. I don't just have, like, these dudes like, I don't just have abundance. I have an abundance of dimes. I got abundance of the best. Right? Look at the Andrew Tate video when they're out on the boat. They'll be on the yacht somewhere. Ain't nothing but dimes on there. Look at Fresh when he does his parties, his yacht parties. Look on the boat. Nothing but hotties on there. You know what I mean? Look at, LA when some LA whoever, you look at what's his name? What's the dude that always date the young girls? They get to a certain age, he gets rid of them. Old boy from Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio. Look at Leo. Man's my age. Messing around with 20 somethings. 20 to 23 or whatever it is. They get to a certain age, he DXs them. He gets another. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Brother Jacobs in the house. What's good, fam? How you feeling? I turned off the audibility so people don't know if I read it or not. Yeah. A lot of people like a lot of these dudes out here, especially and the women, they want you to know that they read it. It's all part of the mind game. It's the silly games that, every generation plays. This stuff don't bother me because I'm from a different generation. I'm from a generation where we made phone calls, bro. Like, we ain't on that. But this generation, man, you leave somebody on red, they hate that. We got Sister Lady Navo in the house. What's good, sis? Hey, Digging DL, my brother, and my chat fam. That's right. Black Man Unfiltered to, yeah, that's what's up. That's right. That's it. Hashtag marriage something added to the network. All right. Marriage something new added to the network. Yep. And I'm glad you put that in there, sis. Tonight, I will be on Black Man Unfiltered's network. I will be on the Unapologetic with Mandrill and Shushu. Mandrill won't be able to make the show, so I'm filling in. So it'll be Shushu and DL Saint. And we'll be talking about arguing, how to argue. It's going to be a pretty good show, especially since I'm old now. I don't argue. I don't argue. I'm looking forward to this show. You're supposed to learn how to argue. But, you know, conflict resolution is a real thing. So I'm going to be over there tonight. Black Man Unfiltered Network. The link's in here. You can hit the link. And I appreciate that, sis. I'm going to be on the show. That's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time is when we start. That'll be 8:30 Central. And Sister Lady Navo was like, just a small promo for the show, Deacon. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Yeah, you know, we support one another. This is how YouTube works. This is how YouTube works. That's fam over there. Black Man Unfiltered. That's my fam over there. And everyone I met through his network is amazing. Mandrill, Shushu, Coach K, the world class, Brother Noble, Black David, Brother Hink in the basement. You know what I mean? Dusto, you know, Scam Likely. That's how we met. We met through that platform. So Queen Smiley, beautifully animated speaks. Lady Navoa. The list goes on and on and on. So yeah, that's family. Always says, promote over here because you know I'm always trying to help it out. Sister Candace will help me out. Yep, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. You know what I mean? Brother Jake is like, great, and yourself. I'm doing all right, bro. I'm always doing cool, man. Like the old folks used to say, fair to middling. I'm doing fair to middling, and I try to keep it right there. We got Tobias, the traveler in the house, bro. What's good, fam? Always a pleasure to see you with the $5 super chat supporting the stream. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. That is another YouTube channel. Anybody who's thinking about traveling or anybody who travels, go over to Tobias the Traveler. That is he does a really good job over there, just talking about traveling and his trips and his experiences and why you should travel and helps people if you got questions about getting a passport or if you need a visa or not, or how do you check to see if a country is safe and where should you stay. That's the brother you should be talking to. That is a great YouTube channel over there. Please go over there and check him out. Tobias the Traveler. Appreciate the $5, bro. I really do. That's going straight to the hookers and cocaine fund. Promise you, we'll put it. I'm just kidding. All the donations, all the money, all the revenue goes right back into the program to buy equipment, cameras, lights. I'm looking right now. I'm trying to price the lapel mics. You clip them on right here. They're wireless because I need those for the man on the street segments that we're working on for this summer. I'm going to need those. And when I take the trips to Miami and I'm walking around talking to folks. So I'm always updating equipment. And that's where the money comes from. So I really, truly appreciate it. Sister Candace, game had to be tight too, because your mom was listening on the other end of the landline, breathing into the phone. Facts. You on the phone talking to whoever, it's your mom or grandma or dad, or whoever, they listening to you. They hear what's going on. Talking about, you gonna give me a kiss when I see you next time. Ain't nobody kissing nobody. Hang up this phone and get in here. Telling you, bro, the 80s was no joke. Can't do that now. Ma, your kids got their own phones. You take a child's phone and they act a fool like they got rights. Like what? Man, sometimes I feel bad for my daughter. She got me as a dad. Man, we ain't having that nonsense. We ain't having it. You know what I'm saying? Dr. B in the house. What's good, fam? Always a pleasure to see you, bro. I missed the episode yesterday. I'm moving into my new house tomorrow. Congratulations, bro. Congrats, man. Buying at the top of the market, bro. Ain't supposed to do that, man. It's supposed to buy low, sell high. But you in there, and it's no real bad time to buy a house and move in, especially if you're gonna be there for the long haul. If you were flipping, I know people who were like flipping and they kind of got caught right at the last. They got in there and it's like they couldn't get it done because of the shortages with supply, like the supply chain issues. And bro, they got a great house. They flipped it. They're sitting on it because no one can get no one can get financed at the rates that they were getting financed at, 6 to 8 months ago. So now the purchasing power has gone way, way, way down. Right? You can buy a lot more house at 2% than you can at 6 to 8%. And that's what's going on. So it's kind of people are waiting, trying to adjust, kind of to wait and see. So prices aren't diving down, but prices aren't going up. It's kind of like it's kind of stalemate. And rumor has it, Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve is going to raise the interest rate one more time. I think they're going up a 0.25%. I think they're going up a 0.25%. He's like, I bought in March. Oh, you good, bro? I'm just making fun of you, bro. You good, man. I'm glad you got your house. You are solid. You cannot go. I mean, for real, it's really difficult to go wrong with real estate. Yeah, you can make some mistakes. And this isn't financial advice, y'all. I don't know nothing about nothing. But generally speaking, you can't go wrong with a house. So what? You say you bought at the top of the market and the market corrects. In the first 5 years, you have the house. Okay. And then the next 8 years after that, it goes up. You can't lose, especially if you're living in it. You can't lose. And if you're renting it out, someone else is paying for it. Again, you can't lose. The only time you get in trouble is when you're a big time business person and you're doing these $100 million deals plus or whatever, because the commercial real estate game is about to take a big hit. So that's going to lead us into this recession that now everyone is saying is going to happen. Everyone now is saying it. Mainstream media is saying, over here, YouTube, conservative folks, rebel capitalists, shout out to George Gammon. He's been saying, we've been in a recession going back 9 months. Patrick Bet-David, same thing on PBD. Like, yeah, we've been officially in a recession going back 9 months. So now they're like, oh, yeah, we're about to be in a recession. Well, it's going to be a little harder. It just might be a little bit of a depression because y'all see what's going on with the regional banks. Again, we're going to talk about this tomorrow. The regional banks in America are failing. PacWest is the next bank, y'all. PacWest. They're next. You heard it here first. They're next. Mainstream media is not even going to talk about it. You heard it from some dude who calls himself DL Saint on I Really Want to Know podcast. I'm telling you, PacWest is next. And there's a list of 10 other regional banks that are all in trouble. All the banks were doing the same thing. All of the regional banks were making the same investments and the same loans. And people are taking their deposits out of all the regional banks and they're putting them into the big five. That's what's going on right now, y'all. That's what's going on. It's going to be crazy. You know what I mean? It's going to be absolutely insane. Be ready. Prepare yourself, guys. Prepare yourself. If you're sitting on cash is about to be super king. You're sitting on cash, you good. If you're not sitting on cash, if you're just out here, you're just a worker, your life ain't going to change that much. However, if you recently bought yourself a car and you're paying $1,000, which is the average car note these days, and you're renting and your average rent is about $2,000, that's $3,000 a month that's gone out the door. Gas prices, food prices, and all that stuff, that's all going up. Energy prices, that still are going to all kind of go up. And we're having problems like down here in Florida with, natural disasters, hurricanes and floods. That's causing the insurance business to have some real problems down here in Florida, the whole state, to where they're making it to where everyone in the state is going to have to pay basically a tax to cover the repairs and to cover the insurance shortfall. There's pretty much only one insurance game in town now. It's called Citizens Insurance. Like they insure the whole state. They're backed by the whole state. That's it. Everyone else is left. And Citizens doesn't have any money. How do we know? The governor said so 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, I think it was about 2 or 3 months ago when the governor DeSantis came out and said it in a press conference. Citizens Insurance is insolvent. And then he started talking about how great something else was. Like he just kind of mentioned it like, whoa, back that up. What'd you just say? So it's coming, guys. It's coming. I'm just letting you know. It's coming. Prepare yourself. Sister Candace, or this credit ceiling issue. Yes, the credit ceiling. That's going to be a huge problem. The can has been kicked down the road for far too long. Yeah, they're kicking the can down the road and it's hitting the wall and coming right back in their face. That's what it is right now. America's debt. Remind me by the end of the show. Maybe we'll put up the American debt clock. You want to see how much money America owes? You want to see how fast that money goes up every second? How much money America owes every second? Check out the debt clock. Might pull it up by the end of this show. But let's get back to young lady. See, the newly announced Sports Illustrated swimsuit model replied with, "You'd be surprised." Now remember that she's saying, they're like, there's no way that you're being ghosted, no way you're being left on red. And she's saying, "You'd be surprised." That came after Dunn spoofed emotionally unavailable athletes in a separate TikTok video last month. "I need to focus on my sport," the student athlete wrote in her caption. So, I mean, that's her. I'm not going to play the TikTok. Y'all know how I feel about TikTok. But here go the pictures. A very, very beautiful young woman. That's her right there. Like I said, she's worth 7 figures. She's over 7 figures. She's a student athlete. And I guess she's an influencer, which is what these kids want to be. You ask kids what they want to be when they grow up. Right now, they're all telling you in America, they're telling you they want to be a social media influencer. Here she is on her TikTok doing a dance. Look what she's wearing. Look what she's wearing, bro. Dunn, who has 7.4 million followers on TikTok, is believed to be single. We all know she's not single. She's messing with somebody, bro. She got a bunch of somebodies in a rotation. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me. Trust me. There is no young woman or woman out there in today's world with money, status, with clout, with fame, who's single. She's smashing somebody. Trust me. If she's smashing, this is a young girl, she's only 20. If she's getting intimate like that, she's got somebody to be intimate with. And even if she's not smashing, she has somebody to cuddle up with and to watch Netflix and chill with. Trust me when I tell you, she has somebody. Now, is that person that comes over when she calls on her beck and call? Is that the person she wants? Probably not. But she has somebody. That's just how the game works, y'all. She has not been publicly linked to anyone, right? The New Jersey native also has 4 million followers on Instagram and more than 83,000 on Twitter. Dunn is the NCAA's highest paid female athlete. She's one of the NCAA's highest paid female athletes, earning 7 figures. Sorry, y'all. Earning 7 figures as one of the top NIL earners, along with LSU basketball star Angel Reese. And I believe they go to the same school. Angel Reese, I know Angel, basketball player. They just won. She's like the leader of the LSU Lady Tigers. They just won the national championship in basketball. They were supposed to go to the White House, but the White House, the first lady wanted the losing team to go to. It was Iowa, I believe it was. The losing team was like, nah, no, we lost. We don't get rewarded for losing. Now that's their thing. Shout out to Iowa for saying that. But this young woman right here, she's beautiful. Look at her. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, look at what she's wearing. Ladies, y'all got to stop doing this. Young ladies, stop doing this. Leave something to the imagination. Look, stop doing this, y'all. It's not a good look. Not a good look at all. So, and this is her, doing her thing, competing. The junior gymnast, who is on a 4-year athletic scholarship at LSU, owns a career high of 9.925 on bars, which is her specialty. So she's like the best at the uneven bars, it looks like. In March, Dunn scored a season high 9.850 on the uneven bars at the SEC championships in Duluth, Georgia, before going on to compete in the all-around events at the NCAA championships in April. The Lady Tigers advanced to the Final Four after finishing in the top spot at NCAA semifinal. I guess that's semifinal for Division I, and finished in 4th place in the NCAA championship. Oklahoma won its 6th national championship in 9 years, with Florida finishing in 2nd place, followed by Utah. So there you have it right there. She is, she's good at what she does. She sounds like she's the best at the uneven bars. I would not be surprised if she made the Olympic team. I would not be surprised at all. Again, I don't know anything about her, just kind of reading this real quick. Shout out to her. Shout out to that young lady. Shout out to her. Sister Candace, my husband's direct deposit doesn't go through on the 1st and 15th. He'll be heading to Washington. I'll be heading to Washington my damn self. If that happens, sis, let me know. I'll come up there and provide support. Trust me. I'll be there with you. You're going to need some, me top cover for real. I'll be there with you. Because if your husband ain't getting paid, I ain't getting paid. You know what I mean? I'm federally retired. So if the government ain't cutting checks, that means I ain't getting paid. So we're gonna have to go see them people about something. You know what I mean? Um, it's so funny. Splackavelli. You crazy, sis. So this young woman is out here, this beautiful young woman. Y'all saw how beautiful she was or is. She's out here and she's talking about how she's being ghosted apparently by, left on red by some guys that she's interested in, right? That's how it works. I guarantee you this. Whoever that guy is has more clout, more money, more status, more fame than she does. Guarantee it. Hypergamy, right? Same level, or up. That young woman is at her peak. She can have just about any person she wants, but she wants the absolute best. And if that's the case, you got to go on their terms. So you see, fellas, how it works. When women push themselves to the top, they get up there, they chase excellence, and they get to the top, and then they start complaining because they can't get a man because the guy that they want is so rare. All those women you see on Fresh and Fit, all those women you see on these YouTube channels, when they, all the ones that have copied the Fresh and Fit format and they have these discussions, there's nothing wrong. Ladies, I'm not tripping. There's nothing wrong with wanting the best lady. Nothing at all. You just have to understand, if you're chasing the top 5% of available men in the country, really in the world, if that's what you're chasing, you're not going to get that guy all to yourself. Whether he's telling you he's messing around or not, you're not going to have him all to yourself. He has too many options, and he's a guy, which means he can go out there and smash whenever he wants to. He's going to do it, and it's not a guarantee. He still has to put in work. It's not like a woman. A 1% guy just can't walk outside, snap his fingers, and have a woman jump over there and be like, give him the Foxy Brown. He's still going to have to holler at her. He's still going to need game to an extent. He's going to have to know what he's doing, period. He's going to have to, because she's not going to know who he is. He's going to have to know how to negotiate and you know what I'm saying, and work that game to where she can discover who he is as opposed to him disclosing who he is. Because, again, that's all part of the game. Once she realizes you're Richie Rich, once she realizes, you Mr. Big, she's going to withhold. She doesn't want to come off too easy, but she doesn't want to lose you. So, again, that's where the game comes in. So it's still, even with all that money, clout, status, it doesn't guarantee that she going to give it up just like that. Idris Elba just can't walk into the room and be like, I want you. Come on, let's go smash. Idris Elba can't do that. But you can get a 5. You can get an American 5 who is fit, works out. Not the prettiest woman in the world, but she works out. She can walk into any bar, any restaurant, any social gathering, whisper in the man's ears like, I would really love to give you this Foxy Brown right now. And that guy, 98 times out of 10, 9.8 times out of 10, that guy's going to walk off with her. Going to the bathroom, going to the car, going to the hotel room, and come back. It's that easy for women. An average woman. Y'all saw that pretty young woman. We just looked at her pictures at gymnast. She walked up to a man talking about, you want this? Bro, 99.99999 times out of 100, that dude's going to say, yeah. He going to want that. Yeah. So it's not the same. Yeah, it's just not the same. And she's mad, not mad, but she's a little bit hurt. Feels a certain kind of way because these dudes are leaving her on red. It's not like they're not messing with her. They're just not responding to her instantly. And she's feeling a certain kind of way. Incredible. That's what the dating marketplace is like right now. That's what it is right now. That's the situation on the ground. And I'm not mad at her. More power to her. She's going to have to get her game up. And if she's going to keep going after these top tier dudes, she might have to make some concessions. She might have to, just, okay, it's going to be this and I know it. It's going to be that and I know it, and just be okay with that. Or she can get her a guy who's not the top 1%, top 1. She needs to get a guy who's not in the top 5%. Maybe she can get a guy who's in the 89th percentile. That guy will love her forever. put her on a pedestal, all that stuff. He'll never leave her on red, ever. But guess what? He's not making 100. He's not making $1 million a year. He's not worth, 7 figures, 8 figures. She's probably not gonna mess with that guy, is she? Again, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. We have another video lined up here, and this is from Wheat Waffles, because we're talking about how easy it is, for women to get sexual attention and stuff like that for men, and how difficult it is for men. Yesterday, Miss Globe Girl was asking me we were talking about Myron Gaines says that before a guy gets married or starts looking for a wife, he should hit some certain benchmarks, and one of those benchmarks was you sleep with 50 women. Sleep with at least 50 women. And a lot of people don't like that. They push back on that so hard. And I was trying to explain to Miss Globe Girl, I was like, well, listen, it's not to do it just so you can brag and say I slept with 50 women. You're doing it so you can understand women better. So when you're out here, you know what type of woman you're dealing with. That's why you're doing it. You're trying to truly understand female nature. And it really is a way to try to defend against making a bad choice. And and I guess Miss Globe Girl didn't quite understand. I hope she's out there. I'm not picking on you, love. I hope you're out there. But most women don't understand just how difficult it is just to get on a date with a woman. Forget about the Foxy Brown part. Just to get a date with a woman, especially if you're using, a dating app or something like that, which is the preferred method these days. So Wheat Waffles, I found this. Wheat Waffles did an experiment to prove how brutal it is for the average guy to just meet a woman. We ain't talking about intimacy and just to get a date. So we got to check this out, y'all. Just to get a date. So let me pull this up so you guys can see it. Shout out to Wheat Waffles. If you haven't checked him out, he does Black Pill content. Black Pill content's a pretty hardcore, manosphere stuff was like, it's just not worth it. If you don't look a certain way, or if you don't have a certain type of status or money or clout, whatever, it's just pointless to even try to date a woman. And if you do get a woman and you do get married, it's going to turn out horrible for you. You're going to wind up getting divorced and all this other kind of stuff, child support, alimony, blah, blah, blah. You guys heard the story. And I'm not pushing back. It could happen. I'm not as hardcore when it says like, don't do it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying prepare yourself, know what you're doing, know what you're getting yourself into, and going with your eyes open, as opposed going into a situation with those rose-colored glasses on, expecting a Disney fairy tale. Nah, it's not the Disney fairy tale. So you guys know what I preach over here. Wheat Waffles preaches the opposite over there, but he's a cool kid. He's from UK. He's a cool kid. Sister Candace, the free milk may be spoiled. It may be. So you need to go out there and test as much milk as you can. You need to be a milk connoisseur. Make sure you don't buy, you don't buy that spoiled milk. When she gives it to you for free, you want to make sure you test it out. Dr. B in the house. Some women will only look at you unless you're a certain status and income. Yeah. Some women will only look at you unless you're a certain. Yeah, absolutely. Most men are invisible to most men. Most women. The bottom 80, those women don't see those dudes. They don't see those guys at all. And again, I ain't got a problem with that. If you want to be seen, fellas, step your game up. Be the best version of yourself. Invest in yourself. Get out here, get after it. Learn these things. Learn some game. Get into the gym. Get your body up. Learn how to be social. Learn how to talk to people. Learn how to crack jokes. Learn how to be appropriate in all situations. Know when to shut up. These are things you need to learn if you want to be seen by women. Once you do these things, women will begin to see you. Don't do it so women see you. Do it because that's what you need to do to be the best version of yourself. But if you are the best version of yourself, a byproduct is that women will come. Then that's what, that's the message I'm pushing. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Yeah, go ahead. If you want to get you a coach or whatever, go ahead and do it. And I talk about that all the time. Guys are like, you do coaching? Yes, but my version is different. We going outside. I don't do the Zoom thing. I don't do the StreamYard thing. I'm not gonna just bring you on StreamYard and have these conversations and no. I'm gonna come meet you. I'm gonna assess you. I'm gonna watch you, look at your style. I'm gonna take you around. I'm gonna show you some things. And then when we're out here in no man's land, right? We're gonna jump out the trenches. We're gonna charge forward through no man's land. While we're in no man's land, I'm gonna tell you, go talk to her. Go talk to her. Get us in that situation over there. It's one of the things I'm starting to do here recently. If we're in a city like New York, Miami, or something like that, Vegas, we'll pull up to a place, get us into this club, bro. So I can show them how difficult it is. How do you maneuver the door guy? Like, how do you work that situation? How do you get in? Right. So that's one of the things. Go ahead, get us into this club. They go up there, they can't do it. They come back to me. I failed. Yeah, you failed horribly. Then I grab me and we walk right in. What's good, fam? Bam, right in. Boom, shaking hand, hugging, all that. How'd you do that? Well, you didn't notice it, but I had $100 bill wrapped up in my hand. I came and I gave him DAP. I gave him that money. That's what's up. So yeah, we passed the door guy. Now, if I didn't want to, if I wanted to bypass that, I just go up to the promoter and buy a bottle. Right? If I didn't want to do that, if I didn't have a lot of money, I simply use my network and find out, who got pulled somewhere. Like if I'm in Miami, Yo Fresh, I'm down here with my people, man. I'm trying to get into a cool spot. Nothing high end, nothing like that, bro. I ain't trying to spend a lot of money, man. I really just want to go in, see something. And then he'll tell me, oh, go check this out, and this out. I ask for so-and-so. Go holler at so-and-so. They'll get you in there. This is what you need to do as a man. These are the things you need to do to be seen. So these are the things that I work on when these guys come to me. This is how I do it. I don't do it via Zoom. Now, if you're looking just to run game, you want to know how to run game, and you want to know that side of it, go holler at Lucario and Miles. They'll put you on game. They know what they're doing. Watch a dose of game. Go over there. If you want to teach yourself, go over to a dose of game on YouTube. Dose will put you on game. There's so many ways to do it. If you want to invest in yourself, go right ahead. Come holler at me. But like I said, I'm different. I'm not going to do the Zoom calls and all that. I'm not going to have 100 dudes that I'm talking to or something. If someone invites me to their conference or whatever, yeah, I'll come. But that's not how I rock. We're going to go out. We're going to see what you do in the field. That's what we're going to do. We're going into no man's land. I'm going to get you prepared for the dating game. The dating game is war. And like they say, all's fair in love and war. I guess I need to come off my high horse now. I said a whole bunch there. Brother Hayoka's in the house. What's good, fam? Good to see you. But that's how I do it. You know what I mean? You want to invest in yourself. You want to come holler at me, fine. You know what I mean? Hit me up on Instagram. I'll tell you my rates. I'll tell you how it works. We're going to a city. I can come to your city. You can come to mine, or we can pick a city. There's my Instagram right there. If you guys want to holler at me, holler at me. I will get you squared away. And there's no lovey-dovey over here neither. I train you the way I was trained on the streets and in the military. I'm going to give it, it's going to be real. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. Oh, that was a good try. Like, nah, bro, that was horrible. That's not what I told you to say. Like, next time I tell you something, you say it the way I say it. Exactly, verbatim. All right, sorry about that. Smack him in the head. Let's do this again. But that's how I get down, y'all. So we're about to watch some wheat waffles. Let me pull this up. That's what I was doing. Let me pull this up. Wheat Waffle did this Tinder experiment with this guy. And we're gonna just watch this and see how this plays out. It's crazy. I want y'all to pay attention to the numbers. I really do want you guys to pay attention to the numbers. This thing is crazy.
Down with a clear view of his face. As for the bio, real basic. The name of his university, which I can't say in the video. His height, of course, because why wouldn't you if you're 6'3"? And then just a few hobbies he takes part in, like snowboarding and hiking.
And all they're talking about is the basic. This is the basic information they put in the bio. He uses this guy, average looking guy. He's handsome. He's 6'3", so he's above average heights. University guy. Just seems like a normal kid who agreed to help him out with this. And they put up the perfect videos. Got the picture with the dog. Got the picture of him sitting, at the crib or something like that. You can't see it back here. He's sitting down. Then got a picture where he's at a glacier, or iceberg, or something like that. I see the New York thing, so he's probably at Niagara Falls during the winter. That's my guess. So just average dude who's tall, 6'3", so actually above average guy, right? He's in the top. He's like in the top 8 percentile in height. So, and he goes to school and all that. So This guy's actually above average. Yo, just keep that in mind, guys, as you're watching these numbers. This dude right here that they use in this experiment is above average.
Two things: his age preferences were set from 18 to 25, and his maximal allowable range was set to the max of 100 kilometers. So, without wasting any more time, now let's get to the actual results. Again, over the course of 4 months, he swiped a grand total of 16,000 times. Of these
Did y'all hear that? 4 months. 4 months they did this experiments. He swipes 16,561 times trying to get a date.
16,000, he swiped right or liked a little under 8,000, which means he swiped left or disliked roughly the same amount, giving a like rate of 47.3%.
So he pretty much half of the women he saw he liked, basically, right? Think about that. He wasn't doing the basic tactic that most guys do. They just like every profile, like they're looking for matches. Like looking for matches. They're not even reading profiles. They could care less. So this guy actually went through 6,500 and something profiles and like, okay, I like this one. I don't like that one. So half the women he thought, all right, I like them. The other half he didn't. 47.3%. That's almost half.
Pretty much half and half. Now, for the nearly 8,000 women he liked, here's the kicker. Just 290 of them matched.
Are y'all seeing these numbers? Out of 7,886 likes, almost 8,000 likes, only 290 women liked him back. Only 290 matches. This guy's above average. College kid. You know what I mean? Caucasian guy. He's tall. You can tell from his pictures that he travels and stuff like that. He's no deadbeat. Out of 7,886 likes, only 290 matches. This is why I tell people don't even dating sites. Myron and Fresh and those guys, Fresh and Fit will tell you use every available access, every available resource to source women. You see why they say this? It's a numbers game. It is an absolute numbers game. 7,886 likes, only 290 matches. That is crazy. That is crazy. And Dr. B is like, yeah, that's a 3% match rate. Sorry, 4% match rate. Facts. Here we go.
So the other 7,000 or whatever didn't. They either did not think he was good enough or they simply didn't see him. This is an abysmally low 3.7% match rate.
Y'all see how sharp Dr. B is? It's actually 3.7. Bro, you was on point. You was good either way. I guess 4% is closer, but you was close either way. 3.7, just under 4% match rate. Fellas, if y'all out there thinking that dating apps is the way, you're wrong.
And if we average this figure out over the entire duration of the experiment, we find he's grappling with just 2.5 matches per day. Now on to message conversations. Of the two...
Y'all peep that last part? 2.5, 2.5 matches a day. That's all he's getting over 4 months. 2.5 matches a day. How many matches a day do you think the average woman gets? A 4, a tick below average. How many matches a day do you think she's getting on dating apps? I can tell you this, it's way more than 4%. I'm sorry. It's way more than 2.5. It's way more than 2.5. Guarantee it. Definitely in the double digits, maybe triple digits.
290 women he matched with, 99 of them had at least one message being sent or received, 87 of which he made the first move, while the remaining 12 had the woman opening on him, which is actually pretty good given the fact that most women never ever reach out with the first message on dating apps. Either way, this shows 191 of his matches served absolutely no purpose besides collecting dust, as nothing got initiated.
191. No message at all. Out of 290 messages, out of 290 matches, 191 of those was just nothing. Just nothing. 99 messages. He led 87% of the time. I'm sorry, 87 times he sent the first message. Only 12 times did the ladies hit him up. This is real, y'all. This isn't like bleak. They're not just making this up, trying to make it sound bad. Online dating sucks.
However, if I'm honest, I think our subject could have done a little better here. I think if he messaged at least 250 of his 290 matches, he'd still have a pretty large funnel to work with before going into trying to arrange dates. And this still gives a fairly large allowance of 40 for any women he swiped on by mistake, or took another look at their photos after matching and found they weren't as attractive compared to his first glance. Anyway, carrying on with his
So you see how it's just a numbers game. We Waffle was saying, well, he should have sent more messages out. Basically, you should have just hit up all those 200, another 250 messages, whatever, just blanket. And a lot of guys do that. There are guys who have mastered the dating app game, and that's what they do. They just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. They don't even, whatever. They just boom, boom, boom. They don't even start paying attention until it gets to the point where they're like texting back and forth, and then they'll go back and look at their site, because the women will always question you about her particular site. Did you see what I like to do for hobbies? Did you see this? What did you think of these pictures? That she wants to make sure that you're actually looking and not just running numbers. So the guys don't even pay attention to that until they get to the texting phase. There's a lot of work, a lot of energy that goes into trying to date these days. And like I said, this is the preferred method. Dating apps, which I think is stupid. Dr. B, 0.2% of the women he matched with messaged him first. That's crazy. But this is how it works. 0.2%. Come on, y'all.
Is 99 messages. Right off the bat, 31, that's almost a third, either left him on read or never even opened his initial message, leaving just 68 conversations for him to work with. Then, of these 68, a further 40 women ghosted him after a short message exchange. Our subject also gave up on 17 conversations himself, which leads him being left with just 11 phone numbers where he can carry on texting over WhatsApp or iMessage. Finally, of these last 11, after all of this effort, after 4 months of painstakingly swiping over 100 times a day, every day, our guy was rewarded with just 3 dates. So as for the other 8 girls, they either gave up on texting, declined his date offer, or simply never turned up. And just to be clear, there is no silver lining to this man's efforts. None of his 3 dates materialized into anything long term. So besides some dating experiences and a reminder of the futility of online dating as a man, we can safely say that this whole ordeal had been a complete waste of time. One more time, the results in short form. Of his 8,000 likes, just 3.7% matched. Of this 3.7%, he got numbers from, again, 3.7%. And of this 3.7%, a little over a quarter led to actual dates, for which finally a grand total of 0% led to anything long term.
Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? And again, this isn't We Waffles trying to, curate a narrative. These are the hard numbers. And this is a guy who was above average, 6'3", college kid, Caucasian, right? I'm telling you, I guarantee you his family comes from some sort of means. I think he went to NYC. You know what I mean? So, dude, Dr. B, you're right. You know what I mean? Right here. You're right, brother. And keep in mind, he is above average. Imagine an average guy doing this. Imagine a guy who's like 5'8", 5'9", making about $50,000 a year, depending on what state you're in. Imagine that. He's got himself a decent little job somewhere, maybe managing a Target or driving a trash truck or whatever he's doing. What chance does that dude have? What chance does that dude have? An average dude. And Dr. B is saying, 3 dates for a guy isn't bad at all. Sometimes After all that, you get 0 dates. Facts. Facts. Look at those numbers. 8,000 likes. Out of 8,000 likes, he got 290 matches, which led to 11 phone calls, which was really texting. He was able to text 11 women, which led to 3 dates, which led to 0 at the end. Nothing. No smashing, no, they talk a long-term relationship, nothing. Nothing. This is, and you repeat the cycle. Think about that. You're doing this constantly. This is how it works. This is why guys are like, yo, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Wonderful 34s in the house. What's good, fam? How you feeling, bro? We over here just talking about how difficult it is just to get a date. Now, as y'all know, I'm old school. So when I go out, if I see a woman I like, I'm gonna holler at her. It's still a numbers game. It's just the numbers aren't that bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to talk to 8,000 women to get 3 dates. Why? Because I know immediately if she's into me or not. I can tell, you got eye contact, you got body contact, right? Our styles come into play. There's a whole bunch of factors to come into play. So if she's having a conversation, if she chats me up, it's on. If she gives me her number, which I don't even go after phone numbers anymore, I go for social media. Like, what's your Instagram? You got Instagram? What's your Instagram? I'll go for that. You know what I mean? If she's like heavy accent, if I think she's like, it's like, yo, I'm here, I'm from Colombia, or I'm from Venezuela, I'm from wherever. I'm like, oh, you have WhatsApp? I'll use that. The last thing I'll ask for is someone's phone number. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm at a point now, I don't even want your number. I want to be on some sort of platform somewhere. Because if this doesn't work out, boom, it's an easy ghost. But I can tell, not even 45 seconds into the conversation, if something's here now. I could tell she's playing hard to get. I could tell she's just being a little bitchy because she's having a bad day, but she's really into the conversation. Or I could tell she's not interested whatsoever. It doesn't take me long. Minute and a half, I'm out. I can break contact, I'm out of there. I'm not buying any drinks, doesn't cost me any drinks. I'm not promising her to come sit in my section. None of that. Just sitting there trying to strike up a little conversation, see where it goes. So when you do that, when a woman does give you her information, it generally means you have a better opportunity of getting that date. You have a better opportunity of, getting to the next level, getting intimate. But there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees. A lot of times you have women who just, again, they get caught up in the moment. They're going with their emotions. I've been in situations where they want to go like right now. What's up? Where you staying? Oh, I'm at this hotel. If normally I'm from Miami, I'm at the W. Boom, they want to go straight to the telly. It goes down like that sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they're like, here's my number. Holler at me next time you down here. Next time you're in Miami, give me a call, text me, let me know what's up. So then you go check their social media and boom, sure enough, they're involved with somebody. Either they're married or a long-term relationship. It is what it is. You make up your mind accordingly. She already know what it is. Women know, fellas, you gotta ask any woman you cool with. Women know from the moment they meet you if they gonna smash you or not. They know. They know. It's up to you not to screw it up. That's all it is. But back to this, 8,000 likes, 290 matches, 11 texts, 11 women who are willing to come off the platform, text and communicate, 3 dates that led to nothing. That led to absolutely nothing. Sister Candace with the cosign, she's like, true, appreciate that. But it is true. Women know when they meet you. They know it. It's up to you to screw it up from there or get it to the next level. So this is why men are doing what they're doing. This is why the manosphere, the mano swamp is so congested right now. This is why dudes are trying to figure this out. This is a lot of information. This is basic stuff. I tell dudes all the time, like, what? Online dating? Man, cut that out. Like, cut that out. The move is Instagram. Myron and Fresh did a show on that over a year ago. The number one dating site on planet Earth, especially in America, especially in the West, is Instagram. This is how guys are moved. This is how women are doing their thing. Now Snapchat or whatever, these different platforms. But this is how they do it. Myron and Fresh have made a ton of money showing guys how to create their Instagram, maintain their Instagram, how to look sexually appealing to women via Instagram. That's a skill set I do not have. Never had to deal with it. And I watch those shows when they talk about it, and I've talked to people who've invested in DMs on demand, and every single guy loves it. Every single dude. And I go through Instagram now, and I'm noticing there's a change. There's men all over catching on. No more bathroom pics. No more, shirtless pics in the gym. Nah. They're doing exactly what Myron and Fresh have been telling them to do and telling other men to do for going over 2 years now. And it's working because women are looking at that. It's just, everything is so visual these days. And they tell you why to do it this way. They go through the pictures. They talk about the stories. They talk about, they look at what you're wearing. They look at what you're, posing with, vehicles and jewelry and your background. They look at all that. Women look at all of that. It blows my mind. I'm out here reaching out to young women that I know that I've met, and I'm trying to get them to come on because I want to hear it from their perspective. I got a young friend that I met in Miami, and I send her a Instagram message, and we go back and forth like we're cool. Send her a message. I'm trying to get her on the platform. I mean, she's agreed to come on the platform, but we're trying to just hammer it down. Like, yo, let's get you on here because I really want to know the mindset of these young women. Hence the term. I really want to know podcast. Hey, but I do. I how important is this? And she will definitely tell me the truth. And this is a young woman she's wholesome. She's, as far as I can tell, she's family based. She's close to her family. She's, this is the woman I want to talk to. She's not out there thirst trapping. She's not out there, with the big eyelashes and tons of makeup and the long nails and all the rest of it. She's not doing all that. She's hardworking, finishing up school, focused on what she's doing with her life. Let's say a good woman. It's a good young woman. I want to know what's on her mind. I know what the 304s are doing. I know what's on their mind. I know what the finessers are doing. I know what's on their mind. I know what the strippers are doing. I do. I know all that. But I want to know what are the good girls doing? And yes, it's getting harder and harder to find the good girls, y'all. It doesn't mean she has to be an angel. She's not Mother Teresa. You know what I mean? Women, the good girls don't necessarily have to be Mother Teresa. It's just they're savvy enough to keep their skeletons in the closet. And they present themselves in a respectable way. Ladies, that's the game. That's the game, y'all. That's how you got to do it. Brother Chris Smokey House in the building. What's good, cuz? Good evening, everyone. Happy to be here. I'm happy to have you, bro. And Brother Chris continues, that numerical breakdown spoke volumes. Numbers don't lie. And the verdict is that for the average man, his odds are slim to none. Knowing how to kick game changes the odds, though. Exactly. You got to be gamed up to get around these numbers. These numbers are insurmountable. I'm just telling you the truth. This is a mountain the average man cannot climb. You can't get past this. You must have game. This is not going to help you out. You can do it if you want, but it's a complete waste of time. At least doing it that way. A complete waste of time. You got, that's, again, I preach against that. It's just don't even do it. DMs on demand works. Run that, run that Instagram game. Run that game. That's cool. And then learn how to code approach. That's key. You got to learn how to walk up to strangers and start a conversation. That's key. But in order to do that, you got to be right. You want to get into the gym, not just to have a nice body, but to get your confidence up. You lose your fat, get your muscles right. So you look good in the mirror to yourself like, oh, all right, cool. You need that confidence. Confidence is the key. You got confidence, you can holler at anybody. I don't care if you 5'3" and chubby, fat. I don't care. If you got confidence, you got a little bit of game, you better snatch you something. Again, I've seen it. Size ain't shit. Shout out to the Ghetto Boys. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Bushwick Bill. You say all the time, man, size ain't shit. That's real talk. But if you know what you're doing, game trumps all. Period. You know what you're doing, you'll be all right as an average guy. And because you're good at womanizing and because you've, worked on yourself and you've become the best version of yourself, because you've done these things, that puts you in the top 20, bro. Now you're out of the bottom 80. You drug yourself out the basement. You clawed your way out of the bottom 80. Now you're in the top 20. Why are you in the top 20? Because you're successful. You're getting your money up. You've worked on yourself. You've earned it. And now, as a byproduct of your success, women see you. That's just how it works. Don't get mad at me. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't make the rules. Just the messenger. I'm just the messenger, people. Right? So there's one more video I want to watch. I want you guys to see this. And this is Courtney Ryan. Courtney Ryan is a female dating coach who I guess she specializes in helping men. All right. This is her thing. I tell guys all the time, no disrespect, ladies, none at all. But women are terrible dating coaches. Terrible dating coaches. I think they can help you once you're in a relationship. I think they're, maybe they can be of value, helping you understand dealing with, the feminine, understand how your partner might feel about this or that, whatever. Because remember, women deal in feelings, so you got to understand those feelings. I think that could be of help. But as far as if you're a dude, you're in the bottom 80, you struggling with women, whatever, I wouldn't even holler at a female dating coach. If you're a guy, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. If you want to invest in yourself and you're looking at who to invest in, go on YouTube, see what message you like. You know what I mean? Do that. And then invest in that YouTube, that content creator. And like I said, I would suggest Lucario, Fresh and Fit, myself. There's so many people out there. I mean, there's some guys out there who are on the other end of the spectrum, kind of like the blue pillish, or they into that pickup artistry thing. If you want to holler at them, go right ahead. Go right ahead. But if you really want to get to the bottom of it, you know what I mean? Holler at some of the people I named. Look at people like Rich Cooper. Rich Cooper can get you. Read Unplugged Alpha. Read Unplugged Alpha. That's going to get you there. Man, my bad, y'all. I got the wrong picture up. My bad. Read Unplugged Alpha. Read Women Deserve Less. Why Women Deserve Less by Myron Gaines. I turn around and look at the book. Read Why Women Deserve Less. Ladies, he's not tearing down women in the book. He's just breaking down what's really going on in no man's land. That's it. That book is all about male improvement. It's not about tearing women down. It's about building men up and explaining to them why. Read those books. Way to Superior Male. Read those books. Do that. And like I said, if you need a coach, watch people's content and then reach out to those people. If you reach out to me, be prepared to travel. Like I said, be ready to get into the field. I'm a soldier. I spent all my time in the field. I was a real soldier. I was airborne all the way. I'm used to being out there. I'm not comfortable if I'm not out there. I don't like being in the rear with the gear. I like being in no man's land. I like going down range. So if you holler at me, we going down range. We gonna kick it. You'll find yourself somewhere. You'll see Dr. B like, yo, that Dr. B show is, you know what I mean? We over here doing it. Everything you see is classified. Don't repeat none of this anywhere you go. Like, that's right. This is a classified mission. We off the books on this one. Yeah, but that's the number one thing you must do if you're a man today and you serious out here trying to better yourself. You got to get out the house, which means you got to go to the gym. You got to work out. You got to be around people. Got to learn how to talk to folks, socialize. Number one thing. Number one thing. Yeah. And Brother Chris, man, you're so right, though, man. Having game does, having the knowledge of the game, it changes all the odds, man, completely to your favor. Dr. B, he's laughing. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though. And again, congrats on your house, brother. Congrats on your house, man. I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you. So this is Courtney Ryan. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time points that we're going to jump and check out. But I want you guys to check this out. And this is to give us an idea of what's coming from the female side of things. A lot of women aren't even trying to look in the mirror and figure out what's going on. And this is a video. This is one of the rare times I've seen women talk about this, when it's like, hey, ladies, we could do better. It's not them. It's probably us. So let's check this out. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Here we go.
We need to have a chat. And don't get mad at me. Think of me like your older sister. Been there, done
It says he's not intimidated by you on the top of the video.
that. I've already experienced this, learned the lesson myself. So now I just want to teach you the lesson so that you can be honest with yourself. That man did not end things with you or ghost you because he's too intimidated by you. Stop convincing yourself of that. Stop letting your friends convince you of that. People used to say that to me, so I used to say it all the time when things didn't work out with a guy. I have been pretty successful from a pretty young age, and one of the things about me at that time was that, like, I made it my whole personality trait. Like, didn't need anybody for anything. Work, like, came first. I was a little more on the, like, argumentative, like, highly opinionated, which I am a highly opinionated person, but, like, it was just a different way. And people used to say that to me, oh, well, they're just so intimidated by you. And I ate that shit up until finally it came to my senses and matured. And I was like, well, I'm not dating insecure men. So I don't think that the men I date who are, like, successful, have their shit together, you know, pretty confident, are ending it with me because they're like, they're intimidated. They think I'm too good for them. I just don't think that that's necessarily true. What I've learned and realized is that they just don't like it. Like, if you are argumentative, why would they spend their time with you when there's someone else who's not? Or if
And right there, this young woman right here, don't know who she is. That's Courtney Ryan on the left, of course. This young woman is TikTok. Y'all know I don't have TikTok or whatever, but it's rare that you come across a woman who's like putting it on the table like that and keeping it 100. And mind you, we're talking about top tier men. These women, that young girl, she's attractive. You know, you can tell she's getting a little thick. She's probably in the gym working, you know, trying to keep her thickness under control. She's very attractive. They're only talking about top tier men. You feel me? They're talking about top tier men. So when she said, oh, they're not intimidated, yeah, they don't. Why would they do? They just don't like it. That's what they mean. She's not talking about all men. She's talking about these guys just don't like it. You know what I mean? Rather, players are in demand. I see you, fam. What's good, man? I will drop the link here in a little bit. As soon as we get through this video, I will drop the link.
your whole life is about not needing anybody and just like, oh, I can do this, I can do that because I'm, like, so successful and work is everything to me, then, like, why would they want that in a partner when there's someone who's more, like, open to being, like, a team rather than so, like, independent? The only time it'd probably be true if a man was intimidated by you would be if he had significantly less going for him than you do.
And you hear right there, she's talking about the difference between the top 20 and the bottom 80 right there. The only man who's really going to be intimidated by that type of woman is a guy who doesn't have it. And that's everything to do with him. Everything to do with him. He's not happy with who he is. So if someone can intimidate you like that, that's on you, player. You messing with the wrong woman. You think you punching up. And if that's the case, you ain't never going to match up. Don't matter how much money you have. You're always going to feel less than dealing with women. This is why you need to work on yourself first.
Like, successful, you make a ton of money, you travel, you live in a nice place, whatever, and he's, like, between jobs and lives with his parents, like, doesn't have a steady income. Or if you're, like, 10 out of 10, like, stunning model, most beautiful girl he's ever seen, and he's, like, unhealthy, unattractive, like, never been with someone that looks like you, so he, like, gets intimidated and unfortunately, like, psychs himself out. Maybe in that case. But chances are that's not what your dating dynamic is. And it's just that your personality isn't for him. He just doesn't like it, but he's not intimidated by you.
Love this.
Facts. Little shorty, she kept it 100. She kept it 100. And a lot of women don't like hearing that. That's fine. You ain't got to hear that. It's hard to hear. It's hard for any human to hear that they're less than. You're less than. It's your fault. No one wants to hear that. Even when it's true, they don't want to hear it. But if you're trying to get better, if you're trying to step it up, you need to hear that. You need to understand your shortcomings. You need to get better. That's the only way to get there. So she kept that 100. Let's jump ahead. I got the next time hack here.
I've heard women say, well, guys just don't like me because they're too intimidated by me, or I'm intimidating, or things didn't work out because he was, intimidated by my success and I made too much money for him and blah, blah, blah. Men don't care how much money you're making. That's a woman thing that women care about in men. So then when we're dating, we think that men care about the same things that we do, when in reality, not even close. And they just don't like you, probably because if you're approaching dating with this I'm too intimidating mindset, or you are an independent boss babe that don't need no man, he doesn't like that about you. And you have a bad attitude and you're just not very likable.
Facts. But guess what? He'll still smash. He will still smash. He doesn't care about your money. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. Myron and Fresh says this all the time. Top tier guys, especially. If a dude has money, he does not care about your money because your money is irrelevant. He already knows that. He's not going to benefit from your money. He doesn't care. You making 6 figures? Good for you. He doesn't care. And then if you have this terrible attitude, you got the boss babe attitude, whatever, you trying to match his alpha with your alpha, yeah, he'll smash you. He'll smash you, probably smash a few of your partners. But you're not getting any kind of long-term relationship out of that dude. He's not going to deal with that. He doesn't have to. Like, man, I got to deal with this, bro. Peace. You know what I mean? Hit it a couple times. Finished. Bye, good game. See you. He's out of there. And how can he do this? Because there are less of him and way more of you. There are less successful men than there are beautiful women. He knows that. He understands that. And he's rocking that. Period.
I did a video reacting over on TikTok to a woman saying, why have you wondered why men are choosing wonder bread women? Basically saying, do you wonder why men choose average women over you when you are a divine French croissant, basically high maintenance and all of this stuff? And it has nothing to do with the fact that these women are not as good as you. It's just that they don't like you. And by saying that a man doesn't like you because they're too intimidated by you, or you're too good for them, or you're too high maintenance, it's just honestly a cop-out for bad behavior. It's a way to take no accountability for yourself and the fact that you might just not be very likable. And in the Wonder Bread croissant case, I think if you have to put another woman down to feel better about yourself and why things aren't working out for you, that tells you all you need to know about yourself and the growth that you need to be taking. But in this case, I think it's great that, she was able to say, men are not intimidated by me. They just maybe didn't like me because I had a bad attitude. If you are a boss babe with a bad attitude, you've got princess mentality and want people to treat you like you're up on a pedestal all the time, or you're independent and don't need no man, those are probably the reasons why the men don't like you, not because they're intimidated by you. The first thing I want to
She's like, I don't need no man. I'm independent. I make my own money. I got my own stuff. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. And you're a slave to hypergamy, so you want the top tier guys. He's like, all right, cool. He's digging you. He's checking you out. All right, cool. Like I said, he's gonna smash the whole nine. We're gonna do all that. And then he's gonna move on. He's gonna float on, float on, float on. That's what he's gonna do to your next one. Because he's in demand. And you're gonna be there stuck on stupid. Because you really think because you make 6 figures that you better than all the other women out there. No, you're not. That's not what men are looking for.
to talk about here is that women tend to go for men who are either at their level financially or success-wise or above them. This is hypergamy. It's real. It's true. It's not some myth made up by, people on the internet. This is a real thing that we do biologically. Statistically, it's safe for me to say this. Only 22% of women out-earn their husbands. And as women out-earn their husbands, their relationship satisfaction tends to decrease for themselves and also the man that they're with. Why?
More numbers. Y'all hear that? Only 22% of women out-earn their money. Now, those numbers are going to go up. But right now, currently, why is the number so low? Because women look for men who earn more. That's why the number is so low. They looking for men who earn more. And Those are the hard numbers. I mean, it is what it is. I ain't mad. You know what I mean? I am not mad at all. This is how women get down.
Because women typically want to be with someone who is at their level or above, as I mentioned. Now, this is not the case for every single woman on the planet. There are women out there dating men who make less or are less successful. It's just the way that it is, right? So,
And she ain't lying about that. There are a lot of women out there who out earn their spouses, right? But a lot of those women, they were with their husbands or significant other while they were building themselves up. So that money came together. They built together. And they have the relationship. She loves, she honors and respects that man. All right, she out earns him. But whatever they're doing together as a team. And a lot of times the guy sets the plan. Like, well, this is what we're gonna do. Yeah, babe, go ahead and take that job. Go ahead, it's cool. I'm gonna do this over here. We'll have that combined income. We're gonna put some money over here. Maybe we'll buy some properties. Maybe we'll invest in this over there. Right? They're sitting down and they're making a plan together. But she honors and respects this man. She's gonna follow this man. If he said don't do it, she probably wouldn't have done it. So those women who do have that dynamic where they're out earning their husband, they started out at the same level, and she was just able, her career field just probably boomed or something ever, but whatever. But it's not a thing. But those women who allow the money to get into the way, what happens? They get divorced. They get divorced. If they let the money get into the way and they do what Gabrielle Union did, well, I'm making all the money, I'm paying all the bills, I'm gonna go out here and smash what I want to smash, it's over. Now, her case was, different because dude was out there smashing or whatever. She was just trying to get back at him. So you're gonna add bodies trying to get back at some dude who obviously doesn't care about you. That didn't make any sense. But hey, it is what it is. Be careful, trying to be dudes. Let's go to the next time slots. Let's see, 7:15. Let's check this out.
rat. If you're a woman who is well off, financially, maybe you're very successful and you're dating men who are at your level or above, well, then those men that you're dating also have more options in women. Why would a man choose to be with a woman who has a bad attitude and acts like she doesn't need him in the first place?
Did you hear that? Why would a man do that? Especially a man who has options. She's not the only one. And she got attitude. Or maybe she got that bomb. Her body is amazing. She's like really fine and this and that. And she does all kind of kinky stuff. I don't know. But that's superficial. He's not going to wife that woman. He's going to have his fun and move on to another woman, probably quickly. Because the last thing you want to do is come home and have to fight your girl over nothing. Argue with your girl over nothing. That's the last thing you want. You want to come home to a woman. It's like, how you feeling, babe? You're here. Here's dinner. Rubbing your shoulders. You have a rough day. Here's your favorite drink. Made you dessert. I was just thinking about you. I know it was rough. I knew you had that big presentation. How'd it go? That's what you want to come home to.
Or even want him a lot of the time. I'm not saying that women should not be successful or financially stable themselves. I think it's a wonderful thing, but I think it's important to also know why things are not working out for you instead of just, making it a cop out and saying, oh, well, they're too intimidated by me, because that's absolutely 99.9% of the time not the reason why. It's because you're going after men who are at your level or above, which if you're, doing well off financially and you're successful, that's probably pretty high up. So right off the bat, you're limiting your pool of men to choose from. So if you can't find someone, that could be a reason why. And then secondly here, when you're dating men of that caliber, they have more women to choose from. So they're not going to choose the one with the bad attitude who sucks, because there's plenty of financially.
Well, it depends on what she's sucking. Hey-o! I'm just playing.
Independent women who do well and are successful that have a great attitude, who might embrace their femininity, who take care of themselves physically, mentally, emotionally, who, are supportive and encouraging and bring peace instead of chaos and a good attitude. And another thing I want to talk about here is that women don't really
Peace instead of chaos and a good attitude. Ladies, if you're trying to get a top tier guy, that's the boss babe move. That's what Cardi B did. Cardi B, she is cooking and cleaning. That's how she got that ring. She's taking care of the house. She's being very submissive. She's being very feminine. She's embraced her feminine. That's what she did. but making songs about the total opposite. Right? This is why Russell Wilson his wife is going to divorce him. What's Sierra? She's going to leave him. I don't wish that on no man, but she's going to leave him. She don't have any respect for that dude. You see how she acting, how she dressing, how she carrying herself. You mean to tell me she ain't out smashing other dudes? Yes, she is. I ain't mad at her. She done earned her spot at the table of players. You know what I mean? She on the council of players because she done ran his pocket. She is set. She is set. Multi-millionaire. She's gonna get a bunch of his money. Russell Wilson, I'm sure, is worth over $100 million. So when she decides to walk away from this guy, she will do it. She will do it. And he's going to be crushed. When she decides to walk away from this guy, she's walking away with a bag and the kids. So not just alimony, but the big child support check. And you know what? I ain't mad at her. She player. Hey, man, game peep game. I ain't mad at you. I see you, girl. What up? That's a Don DeMarco to her. You feel me? Because Russell's a sucker who took it. That's on him. That's on him. At least that's how I look at it, y'all. Maybe I'm too harsh, but I don't think so. Let's see. We're almost done. We got 2 more time hacks, and then we can wrap this up. I'm definitely gonna drop the link after the when this video is done. After these 2 time hacks, I'm gonna drop the link because I know players in demand got something he want to say, and I'm gonna let him say it. So bear with me, guys. Let me get this set. I'm gonna need a producer. Here we go. Let's check this out.
A part of the problem. It's okay to acknowledge that we are not perfect and we have room to improve, and there are things that are maybe a little bit unlikable about ourselves. There's no shame in admitting that. We're human. Taking accountability and responsibility is how we become a better version of ourselves, for ourselves, obviously, but also for the people around us. It's how you become a better daughter, a better son, a better sister, a better brother, a better partner romantically. So by never owning up to being part of the problem, or by pointing your finger at every man in the world and saying, all of you suck and I'm not the issue, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. And as a woman who makes content for mostly men, I can say this from my own personal experience making this kind of content and interacting with people. Just because you disagree with a woman doesn't mean that you're misogynistic or like a patriarchy problem. Sometimes women are wrong. Sorry. I love women. I really do. But if you're wrong, I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because that doesn't help you or any of the other women who are all lying to themselves. And long term, it's really so much more beneficial to see the areas where you can
This is a very tough topic, especially for women. And I get it. Women are more agreeable. Shout out to Dr. Jordan Peterson. Women are more agreeable. They don't want to smoke like that. They don't. But if I go down and I'm wearing a shirt that's too tight, my people, my dudes are gonna tell me, man, take that tight ass shirt off. They're gonna tell me, they're gonna clown me, they're gonna let me, no, we ain't going out like that. Go fix it. Women, they just can't tell you. They gotta work their way around it somehow. They just can't tell you, girl, you look too fat in that dress. Go put on a black one. They can't just say it like that, because now it's a fight. Someone's feelings got hurt. Now they can't go out. It's just a big mess. They can't do it. They do it in LA though. They do it in LA. Why? Because LA is harsh. You can't get into the club if you were someone who's big, like obese big, you ain't getting into the club. You were someone who's like, look, just maybe a little too ghetto, not quite right. They ain't letting you in. You can't even buy your way in. So they have to be a little more. What they do is they just don't invite those type people because they know it. We want to go out and have a free night. We can't hang out with so and so because we ain't gonna get into the club. And if we do, we gonna have to buy a bottle, because we got this person with us. So they just leave that person alone. It's crazy out there.
Improve as a person, as a partner, whether that be with a friendship, romantically, so that you can end up in a better situation and relationship.
And I feel her on that. This is the only way we get better. You got to tell your people the truth. You got to tell your people the truth if so they can become better people. Here's the last time hack, and then I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link right now, as a matter of fact.
Looking for different things. Of course, there might be some overlap here and there, but men don't care how much money you're making. Women care how much money men make. And they're probably not intimidated by you because you aren't even dating men who would feel the need to be intimidated by you. I think the statistic is like 45% of women are projected to be single and childless by the year 2030. And
yes, those are the numbers. 45% of women between the ages of it's 25 and I think it's 40 are projected to be childless and single by 2030. And that is from, hey guys, which review was that? Which study was that? It was one of the financial institutions, one of the big financial institutions. Man, I can't think of it right now, but that's who did the study. It's on the tip of my tongue. Someone's gonna tell me in the chat. That's on the tip of my tongue. Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley did that. 7 years from now, pretty much half of the women of childbearing age are going to be single and childless. Put your money in Chewy, y'all.
And to be honest, I'm not totally surprised by that. I think so many people are single and will remain single because they never take accountability or acknowledge that they're part of the problem. And it's always everyone else's fault but theirs. And that's not going to land you into a healthy relationship. I've also noticed from bringing a lot of other women on my channel and doing interviews and talking to all different kinds of people that women a lot of the times don't know how rare it is what they're asking for. And I'll ask them, like, how much money do you want your partner to make? And they say $300,000 at 29 years old, and not even realizing or understanding how rare it is what they're asking for. And it's literally like a 1% man. I think a lot of people have incredibly unrealistic expectations and standards for what they want their partner to be like, and then hold themselves to very low standards, or in this case, think that just because they make a lot of money, that they are automatically very desirable to men. And the truth is that men could not care any less about that most of the time. A lot of men and women just value different things, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And again, I think it's really helpful to know that if you're someone who is single or struggling with dating or wondering why things aren't working out for you.
And that's the fact what she's talking about. You need to understand the other side. If you're a woman and you're hunting high value men, top tier men, you need to understand what they want, and you need to present that. If you're a dude out here and you're getting your game up and you're trying to, get just sexual attention from women, you need to know how to do that. If you're a guy who has game and you're out there and you're looking for your wife, you need to know how to do that. You need to know, okay, well, how do I read these red flags? How do I vet? What process do I need to use to help me find the right woman? Where's my team? What team I need to have around me to find the right woman? Where should I source from to find this woman? These are things you need to know. Ladies, y'all need to know this. All these women are out here hunting the same guy. They're out here looking for top tier guys, every single one of them. And all of them, they're having no success. Why? Because they don't know what these top tier guys want. And all they doing is going out here talking about, I can pop it and back it up and offer to, give them the Foxy Brown, instantly get their backs blown out. And they think just because this guy's having sex with them, that this guy's going to marry them. No. And no one's getting married. No one's getting married. So we see that too for various reasons. These guys who have something, they ain't trying to get married. It's too much of a chance. Brother Mandrew, I'll see you, man. I'm going to bring you up in a second.
There's a ton of reasons why people are single. I'm not going to go super into it in this video because I've covered it extensively in the past. I can make more videos about this in the future, but really I wanted this video to be about the fact that it was so refreshing to see someone share their own experience and growth and acknowledge the fact that sometimes people just don't like you. Maybe it's because you have a bad attitude or you've got things that you need to work on, but by saying that, it's the other person's problem or you're never the problem, really just does yourself such a disservice. So I hope you guys liked this video and found it.
And that was a cool video. Shout out to Sister Courtney. I did enjoy that video. Shout out to her. Go check her out on her YouTube channel. She's trying to do her things. Dudes, you can support her, but be careful with her advice. And ladies, y'all really need to think about what y'all doing out there. We got Brother Mandrell in the house, man. What's good, fam? How you feeling?
Oh, sorry about that. Hey, what's going on, man?
He was probably over by the kitchen.
I was.
Refrigerator.
That's exactly where I was.
Yeah, I know you was. He was like, man, you just said it's gonna be a minute, bro. What you doing? Sister Candace.
I was like, oh, wait.
Yeah, like Sister Candace says the truth, and she's like, the truth in all areas of our society has been muddled over. Yeah, people don't want to hear the truth anymore. It's all about my truth, isn't it? Which doesn't make any sense to me. Right. My truth, man, you high. Sister Candace, she's like, attraction is not symmetrical. It's not. You know what I mean? Men look for one thing. Women look for something the exact opposite. We are opposites. Y'all opposites attract. Not the same. There's two, you know, what I mean, you got the same, you know, with the magnets, the same side, they push each other away. Opposites attract. And Sister Candace says, as KS, as Kevin Samuels used to say, Subway is hiring. Yeah, get in there, get that money. You know what I mean? Brother XFO is in the house. What's good, fam? Good to see you. Good to see you. Brother Mandriel, what's on your mind, bro? I'm glad you up here. Hey, I'm on your show tonight, by the way.
Oh, there's a show tonight?
Yeah, I'm yeah. Don't worry.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, we got it locked down. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool. Not a problem. I appreciate that. But yeah, to be honest, I don't think a lot of people, I think people want marriage, but they're not willing to do what it takes to maintain one. That's for the ones who want it, and they're able to even get a guy or get a woman to marry them. Past that, they don't know what to do. But I think the worst of it is just getting down the aisle. That's where the big problem is, you know.
I would disagree with you, bro. I don't think the problem is getting down the aisle. I think there's plenty of people who want to go down the aisle because they want to have the wedding. They want the big day. I think the problem is once that's over and they have to, now it's like, no, we have to make this relationship work, and they don't want to put in the work and the sacrifice to make the relationship go. That's what I think it is.
Or have the patience to.
Or have the patience. Or have the patience. And that's what I think it is. I think it's more that than the other. You know, everyone, again, I've come to this conclusion, having been over here in the Mano Swamp for a while. Men believe more in the Disney fairy tale than women do, in my opinion.
I think so as well. I think we love idealistically, because I know I've fallen victim to that. I've fallen victim to that, like thinking that way idealistically. And plus, there's a lot of logic to it as well. Like, okay, the relationship makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But we want someone to love us. Women, I don't know what they want, because women don't know what they want. Let's be honest. They don't know. I honestly believe the women don't know what they want. There are men out there. So ladies, don't think I'm just coming down on y'all. There's some men out there who are the same way, don't know what they want, don't know how to treat a woman because they're not taught how to do that. So, but yeah, man, this whole thing's a big fat mess. It's a hot mess. There's plenty of blame to go on both sides, but the problem we have is we have more so of people just pointing blame, assigning blame to each other, but no one's sitting at the table trying to figure out solutions. And then you got people who you tell them, like I said it before and I say it again, because I mean this with all my heart and soul. And sisters, I love you. But Black women are the only group of women that I've observed who can be given the answers to the exam, told that allowed to use the answer key during the exam, and you still find a way to fail. We can tell you what to do, but you don't do it. We tell you what kind of guys to look for. You look in the opposite direction, and then you complain. I honestly think that people don't really want, it leads me to believe that some people, a lot of people, don't actually want happiness. They want bad relationships so they can have something to talk about.
Well, it's that, and they don't know what happiness is. I mean, there's just a lot of people out there who simply haven't experienced true joy. Right? Like I was telling someone, I was saying this to Shushu, as a matter of fact. Like, we're all damaged. I'm sorry, everybody, lottie-dottie, everybody's damaged.
Exactly.
You know
what are you going to do with it, though?
Exactly.
You're going to blame everybody for it and take it out on everybody? Or are you going to say, hey, no, that was that person who did that? It ain't everybody.
It ain't,
you know what I'm saying? I can't blame all women for the bad relationships I had with women. Like, I don't blame all Black women for the bad relationships I had with Black women. I did tell my sister and my mother, and this actually brought her to tears, because I had this conversation with her last week. So, Ma, to be honest, if I do get married, it's probably not going to be with a Black woman. She said, why? I said, I love Black women, Ma. My preference is Black women above all race. I love Black. I think they're the sexiest things on earth. I don't think that I'm their flavor. And that's fair. It's fair. Just going by my history, I'm like, I don't think I'm really their flavor. They don't like me like that. And again, it's fair, so I'm not blaming them for anything. And I'm not saying there's no black woman out there who would be into me. I'm just saying, if I took my history with it, that would be that that's the logical conclusion to draw. But I don't walk around with that chip on my shoulder. I don't walk around saying black women are this or black women are that. No. Y'all do make the wrong choices, though, and you think you're right. Y'all do that. I don't know why. The right answer would be right in your face, but you choose the opposite. I don't get it.
You can argue all women. But you can argue all women do that. And that you can kind of say what that has more to do with emotions and just making decisions based on emotions at the time. You can make that argument. I hear what you're saying about sisters, and it's a shame. I can't. You see, I ain't pushing back. I'm just kind of like, well, hey, because people are like, well, you love Latinas. Then you'll see the women I'm talking to. I might be talking to a woman from the DR, a woman from the DR. I might be talking to a woman from Panama. Right? If she don't open her mouth and you don't hear that accent, she look like she could be from Compton. You know what I mean? She could be from Bond Hill. Like, that's where one of the neighborhoods where I grew up. She could look like she could be from Fayetteville, North Carolina, Atlanta. So to me, it's like, what I mean? It's like, I love women. I love all women. So don't get mad at me. Like, you just like those Latinas. I'm like, all right, well, like you lighter than she is. So I don't want to hear that. I want women who take, right, who want to take care of me. I want women who want to help me to be the best version of myself so I can take care of both of us. I want women who is going to be my better half. Yeah. So I'm not trying to just beat up on sisters or anything like that. And I don't stop people who do. Because I tell folks all the time, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm somewhere I see some sisters, I normally just sit back. They actually got to say something to me. But I do the same thing with other women too. You got to put yourself in my orbit if you want to talk to me. Whereas if if it's someone else, I might be quicker to jump over and holler at someone else. But I mean, it is what it is. And that's something I need to work on. And maybe that's something we both need to work on, bro. Jay Swans is in the house, man. What's good, bro? I thought you had something to do.
No. What's going on, man? Nah, Nancy. Chiller. Yo, she laying down, man. She's, allergies got bad today, so she's just kind of laying down, relaxing.
I ain't mad at you, man. We got the hierarchy, man. We got the Green Beret. Let me put the Green Beret in the number 1 slot, and I got to put the Ranger in the number 2 slot, which I don't want to. But
you need to go ahead and just take yourself off the screen, then.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? That's the end of that. Right. If we had a Ranger here, you gonna act right?
Yeah, what's going on, man, Drell?
What's good?
What's going on, brother?
Chilling, bro. Yo, I had to add up there, man. I had to put myself this. I'm trying to be that right flavor. The ice the ice. There you go. Cappuccino, light soy. I'm trying to be that flavor.
Trying to be the mocha latte. The mocha latte.
Yeah,
cappuccino with light soy, man. That's what he put down for his name, man. He's stupid.
For me, the sisters. That's my flavor. That's what I like.
I love black women.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's a reality. It's a reality. It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, maybe I need to accept this as reality. They just don't. They want marriage. They want relationships. They just don't want it from me.
Tell Jay Swans what you said, though. He didn't hear what you said. The very beginning.
No, I heard the beginning. I heard it.
Oh, you did?
Okay. I was sitting there listening. I feel you on that, though. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I grew up with white girls, where I grew up at. So when I got down south, bro, I lost my mind. I was like, ooh, look at this. They come in different flavors too. But the sisters around me were few and far between. So, there was a lot of attitude. So I didn't really deal with them growing up. But, once I went down south and discovered, I said, oh, look at this. Oh, Lord, Freaknik changed my life.
Yeah.
Bro. I went back to Cali with a whole nother attitude. I was like, yo, I'm going to give me one of them.
Yeah, me and Jay Swans, when we were at Bragg, we did some off the book missions. We took some hops down into Atlanta. And unfortunately, guys out there listening and watching, those missions are still classified. We can't talk about it.
I thought you was gonna say, unfortunately, fellas, when D and I was down there, we done ruined it for all of y'all. We done ruined it for generations. Me and my cousin Pretty Ricky.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We bumping into women talking about his cousin. You know what I mean? I don't want to say names, but they knew him. Like, hey, wait, so and so? That's my cousin. I'm like, oh man.
So you putting that? You supposed to be saving that for the money situation. Yo, man, Drew, man, when you coming down? Oh man, Drew back in the kitchen or in the bathroom. Yeah, when you coming down, man? Yeah,
I'll be able to make it there later this year.
I'm telling you, we got this guest house thing over here, man. And you come in here, you can run these little old ladies, boy. They lose their
Guest
mind
house.
over here.
Listen to
Pay
this.
all your bills.
Listen to this.
I got like
dude.
I got like a casita thing, man. I got like it's like separate from the house, man. It's dope. Don
That's
been in
it.
there. He done passed out in there.
Yeah, more than
I'm
one.
sorry. I didn't mean to.
Don't flex too hard now. You pop a blood vessel.
I know, huh? That's right. I mean, that's why I'm off the screen.
I don't mind. I don't blame you either, brother. I'm picking at you. I don't blame you.
Yo,
Hey,
get you come on down and tell you, man. Because I'm over here near the villages, so the little ladies, boy, they lose their mind. You walk up in here.
Yeah, and man, Drill, look, when you in his guest house, right? You open up the door of the guest house, you take 4 steps, you fall into the pool. It's all inside the house, bro.
Hey, you smoke cigars, man? I got some Cubans.
Okay.
And then we only drink the finest liquors. I mean, if it ain't at least Johnny Walker Blue, don't even bring it near me.
That's cool. I'm gonna come down and listen to Jay Spawns with the language you're talking. Don't get mad when I come down there looking for a place to put money.
Hey, bruh. Hey, right here on the cul-de-sac, bruh. We done sold 3 houses on here to our friends. Come on down.
Yeah, bro. He ain't lying. He ain't lying though, man.
Bruh, I
It's
ain't
like
even.
where he stays. That's one of the best places in Central Florida where he stays right now, man. It's
What city
elite
does
status.
he live in?
I'm in Citrus County, Lecanto. It's kind of in the middle. I'll put too much information out. Now they're gonna be like, what is it? They're gonna be kind of come get me now.
They might, bro. They
No, they
might
can't
try it.
They can't get through the gate.
Yeah, you can't get through the gate. It's
I got that little Nazi at the gate.
Yeah, and you don't want to get through the gate, to be honest with y'all. Y'all don't want to face that man. Y'all don't want to. It's like, don't come for me. Don't come for him. Don't come for man, Jeff. Don't come for anybody on the screen right now. You do not want to do that. It's way too much training. It's way too much. So, Jay Swans.
Yeah, I know we are. We getting too comfortable today.
I know, man. That's why I got to wrap this
Mandrell
up.
up here to getting our addresses, and he's slipping up saying getting close to the government name.
Yeah, but Jay Swans, why I got you on here real quick. This particular 2-parter was the state of marriage in America. What is your take on the state of marriage in America, bro?
I don't know, man, because I'm not in anybody else's marriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my marriage. I'm focused on my situation. I mean, the people all around, we surround ourselves with people that are married. We teach, I've taught my children, my boys, like, if you're going to date, which, and I consider dating differently than trying to get you some, they're just trying to smash. But if you're trying to date, date like you're looking for somebody to marry. Smash, smash all them, what do you call them, 304s? Yeah, do what you got to do with that, and know what you're working with. But if you're trying to date a woman, which like I said, that means like you're really trying to, you're trying to bring her around the family, you're trying to get to know her, then, date like you're looking for a spouse. You know what I mean? Like my youngest son said, he cut that girl loose because she wasn't like his mom. He told her that,
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's how my kids were raised, that situation. So, I don't know what the dating situation is in America. I'm focused on my situation. I'm trying to keep my wife happy. She's trying to keep me happy. That's where we stay at.
Yeah, do that, Jay Spawns, because you don't want to be back out here.
Nah, bro. That's too much work. I look at being single like being in prison. I'm too pretty for that. Like it'll cause problems.
Yeah, it will, man.
I don't know why I let this man on. I don't know why I let this man on. I should have known better. Can't have a Ranger and a Green Beret on the same screen at the same time.
Man, girl, why is he even talking?
I don't know. I don't know why. I want to call him a leg, but I can't.
You know what I mean? It's like his lips are moving, but he ain't saying nothing. But I ain't got enough jumps.
See, fellas, I got to bring y'all both back. We got to have a show so people understand what's going on right now. So many people don't understand the hierarchy in the military, and then the hierarchy at a place like Fort Bragg. Like there's the regular military, and then there's like the airborne military, and then all the branches. We should do a show and we just talk about that, man. And
no, look, I can put it in simple terms for them. I put it in simple terms. When you go to the Oreo aisle, the cookie aisle in the store, and you see Oreos, and you got them little thin ones with the itty bitty bit of cream, and then you got the regular ones with the more cream, and then you got the double stuff. Mandrell's like the double stuff, and TL's like the little thin ones that you want to diet trying to eat.
Yeah, at least some brand name. You know, regular Army, they like the off brand X over there. You know what I mean?
Like,
and the
the store
Navy, I'll
brand.
be the one around the corner with the store brand. That's like the regular people, and then like the
Yeah.
Navy, they're like the leftover owl. You know, they got
Nah,
like
nah,
the
the-
misfit owl.
No, Navy be one like with the Fruity Pebbles mixed in them.
Hey.
The Navy be one be glittering shit.
Man, look, Miss Gold Girl gonna be looking for you, bro. I'm gonna be like, hey, there you go. Like, there you go. But yeah, man, we gotta do that, y'all. We definitely gotta one day we gotta have this show because there's a lot of people who are curious about the military because the majority of Americans don't serve. If I were the king of America, all y'all be in the army. And lottie-dottie everybody. Well, y'all be in whatever branch you want to be in, but all y'all be airborne. I'll make everybody go to airborne school. Every branch. We had a sergeant major at the airborne school was saying that he was like, I'll make my mama. He's like, my grandmama should be airborne. I was like, bro, this dude's hardcore. He had us ready to jump without a parachute.
His grandma should be airborne, huh?
That's what he said. He was like, my grandma should be
Like-
airborne.
I said, damn man, he really hardcore.
Hardcore.
I'd have had nothing to say to that.
Hey, Jay Swans, he had to still be there. He was sergeant major at airborne school when I was there. I went through in 90. You went through in 91, right?
Yeah, I was drunk, so I don't remember.
That happens.
I wasn't even old enough to drink, and I was drunk. So that's
That happens too, people. Listen,
Hey, bro.
listen. But God, I remember first day of airborne school, early morning PT. Right, a guy shows up, just staring into blank space. You can smell the alcohol just reeking off his body. I'm two ranks over from him, and I can smell the alcohol.
Hey Mandrell, was that dude like 6'4" and about 210?
Nope.
It might have been me.
Mandrell came in way after us, bro.
Way after, man. Yeah, this dude was out of his mind drunk. Black Hacks caught him
Ready.
and pulled him out of PT.
They should let him
Never saw
run.
him after that.
Man, they should let him run. You
Should
throw
let
it
him
up on
run.
the PT. Ain't that what we saying? Throw it all up on the PT track.
Yeah,
Should
he
let
sweat
him
that
run.
right
It
out.
was wrong PT.
So he'd have sweat that right out. Should let him go.
For real, for real.
We done been there many times.
Yes, sir.
Showing up at the PT started like 6 or 6:30, whatever it was, and we showed up back at Bragg right around 5:45, 6:15, right to PT.
Right
Smelled
to
like
PT.
gin and juice, boy. Still listening to Snoop.
It is what it is. Those were the good old days.
I remember.
So-
My bad.
No, go ahead.
I went to Myrtle Beach for for a weekend by myself, right? And so on my way back, one of my teammates called me. He said, "Hey man, look, can you pick me up from the airport?" I said, "Where over there?" I said, "Yeah, I'll pick you up from Fayetteville Airport. I'm on my way back to Fayetteville." No, man. I'm in Virginia. Where in Virginia? I came up here to Fort Lee to see this girl, man. And I said, so wait, how are you at the airport if you went to Virginia to see a girl? No, where else did you go? Otherwise, you wouldn't be at the airport. How'd you get to the airport? Should I be picking up from somebody's house or apartment?
Really?
Right. So he clearly, I said, you know what? Never mind. I don't even want to know.
Right.
I drove all the way past Fort Bragg to Virginia Airport. To the airport. It's in the same city as Fort Lee. So I drove over there, picked him up. We got the PT. And he in the car drinking on the way back. Oh man, I don't want to mess up. We got PT today. What we doing for PT today? I don't know, man. I hope we go to the range. Oh no, man, I'm waiting to go to the range today. So, okay, cool, whatever. We get there 15 minutes before PT started. Right? I changed clothes in the car so quick. And we get out there for PT, and then they pull with their tricks. All right, go back and change. You're going to the range. I said, yes. He was like, oh, fuck. And sure enough, man, he didn't hit shit that day.
That's a military story. So that's the show we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do a show, the three of us, and we're gonna rehash our military experience. Man, I've been trying to get that show now for about 3 or 4 months. Man, I'm gonna have to work it out between y'all schedules. Because Jay Swans has been busy, and now he's gotten even busier. And Mandrell been working real hard. Hey guys, real quick before we go, y'all know that Mandrill is a personal trainer and has developed these programs and diets to get you together, guys. Mandrill, tell everybody about what you got going on.
Yeah, I do online fitness and fitness and nutrition coaching. I will write you out an entire fitness routine, workout routine, and nutrition plan. The shortest time I got is 4 weeks, a month. Okay, so or you can go you can get 4 weeks. You can buy 4 weeks. You can buy 2 months, or you can buy 3 months all together. But yeah, you can hit me up on Instagram at Mandrill_21. I'll set up a Zoom call, a one-on-one Zoom call. I'll get you information, tell you more about the program. We'll talk price and see if it's a good fit for you. You know,
and that's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
and
but
on
it's
that
all
note,
personalized to each and every individual person.
you ain't gonna get a better deal than what Mandrill's offering right now. I know he didn't talk money, but I'm telling you, I know the price. I know the prices. The price points are very, very, very reasonable for what you are getting, and he's right there. And look, guys, if y'all ain't progressing, he'll get rid of you. This ain't no joke. This man puts a lot of work into it. Mandrill, I wanted to end with that because we gotta wrap this up. I gotta feed my daughter, and then I gotta get ready for your show, so I can't just linger. Anything else you wanted to tell everybody, bro?
Yeah. Don't be so self-centered. Get over yourself and make your relationships work, because they do require work. You know, that's all I gotta say.
Shit, that's enough said right there. Relationships take work, y'all. That's what it is. That's Brother Mandrill, y'all. Y'all can find him on Black Man Unfiltered Network, normally on Tuesdays at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 Central. And right here, you can catch him on my platform. He always blesses me with his presence. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for coming through.
My show's on Wednesday night.
My bad, Wednesday night. So while we doing, I better check.
Yeah.
My bad. You're right. Wednesday night. This is why I shouldn't be plugging anybody else's stuff. So, all right. Wednesday nights, y'all. Wednesday nights. Well, it looks like it's gonna be tomorrow on the show. I think. Now I'm confused. I gotta hit your sister.
Yo, send Mandrill my number, man.
Wilco, I got you covered.
Yeah. Don't be sending that Instagram stuff, man. You know, that's I ain't with that. Just send my number, man. You know, I ain't trying to.
I know how to follow orders. We were in the same year. How many missions we been on? I know how to follow orders, bro. I got you squared away. So, all right, man, Joe, I'm gonna drop you down, man. Thanks again, bro. Thanks again.
No problem, Gil. Thanks for having me.
I'll holler at you in a minute, man. Jay Swans, bro. I saved you for last, man, for a bunch of reasons, but you know, whenever people talk about marriages, 50% of marriages end in divorce, which means 50% of marriages don't. And of course, of that number, that doesn't mean that they ride off into the sunset and they're happy marriages. But you, my brother, have a successful marriage that is more than 2 decades in. What's your secret, bro? And then, you know, let me know what your secret is. I just want people to leave on a high note because they know what I feel about marriage in America.
I was gonna say, if I tell you, nobody believes me though when I tell people.
Well, tell me.
What I mean, I love my wife. You know what I mean? I love and respect my wife. You know, and the vows that we took, damn, going on 24 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I meant every word that I said to her. You know, and she loves me. And I don't let a day go by where there is no doubt in her mind that I would do anything to keep her, that I would die for her. You know, and that's what it is, man. You know, does that mean y'all never had any bad times? No, we've had bad days like everybody else, man. We had bad days. You know, it doesn't always go well. I mean, it's funny you say that because, you know, we get that all the time. You guys never fight. We never argue. No, we never take that mess outside the house. You know what I mean?
Keep our, say that again.
We keep our business at home. You know, it only, you know, it's funny. You've been around us when we've had arguments before. You know what I mean? Like we had a good one when you was up last time you was in SAC. And but if you don't know us, you can't even tell we fighting. You can't even tell we're beefing. I don't think old girl knew we were beefing, did she?
Nope.
She didn't know nothing.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. But the thing is,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I mean,
but the thing is this: it's not the Disney fairy tale, and I'm talking about marriage.
No. I mean, it's definitely not that. I mean, but you know, we keep our business at home. You know, we don't surround ourselves with negative people. We surround ourselves with like-minded people. You know, we seek that out. Because, you know, when you're at your weakest, that's when the devil will come in and destroy everything. So, you know, you make sure you got people around you that won't let you mess up. You know what I mean? Like you and I've talked about things, you know, and you know, and there's been situations where people have tried to come at me, you know, women have tried to come at me, you know, and I've hit D like, yo, man, this is the situation. And he's like, yeah, stop it. You know,
Cut that
stop
shit
what
out.
you thinking, you know, and it's crazy because all my boys, you know, I mean, my circle is small. You know, we've talked about that. You know, you keep your circle small. Every one of my boys, every one of my brothers, you know what I mean, will put the kibosh on anything I'm trying to do that's stupid. And any man that says that I ain't never been tempted, I'll never do anything is a liar. You know what I mean? That man is a liar. I love my wife more than I love myself. And I've been tempted, but I've been surrounded by men who won't let me make mistakes. You know,
Right.
and I appreciate that. So I mean, and that's the key to it, man. Just surround yourself with good people. You know, when times get bad, you know, don't just quit. Don't just give up. You know me. Like I look at marriage like I look at sports and games. I don't want to just win. I want to destroy you. You know what I mean? I want you to lose so bad that, you know, you just give up playing. You know, so I mean, I approach my marriage the same way. You know, I'm over the top with it. I want my marriage to work. I want people to look at us and be jealous and be like, you know what, I don't even want to be married no more. Look what they got, man. This is pointless. I'll never get that. That's my goal.
Right. And I want to end with this. I want to ask you this question and I'll let you go.
Yeah.
This would never happen. But if something were to go wrong, you did something stupid and y'all decided to split, what would that look like?
She would look, just give me enough money to where I can keep myself an apartment, because I haven't done nothing without that woman. Without that woman, I wouldn't have anything that I have. So I would give her everything that we built together and what I came into it, because without her, there would be nothing. And I know a lot of fellas are like, that's crazy. But you know what? That's how much I love this woman. This is how much I realize what I have. And in our relationship, if something was to go bad, it was because I messed up. I did something. Because I know how my wife feels about me. I know how much she loves me. So no, I would give her every dime, everything. I would.
That's right. And for those guys out there thinking, oh, you know, Jay Swans is a blue pill simp, won't you come to one of our meetups and call him that to his face? Please tell me you're going to do that so I can bring some popcorn. Please tell me. But the only reason I say that is to say this. Fellas, marriage and the commitment and saying those words, that shit means something to me. It's a reason I ain't never been married. Because I'm like him. And like, that's my guy. That's my brother. I love that man. That man's he has protected my life. I protected his life, and I would lay my life down for him right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Without hesitation. I
Put it
look
this
out
way.
for his best interest. When he
Wait, hold
came
on.
to me with that bullshit, oh, go ahead.
This man would lay his life down for my wife.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how much that's how tight we are. That's how much not only that I respect and love my wife, that this man respects and loves her. And like I said, he's known her from the beginning, you know. And my wife was not always the lady she is today. She was crazy when we first met her, boy.
She's still crazy, but yeah, it was a different kind of crazy. And,
No doubt.
And here's the thing, guys. Just like I would die for his wife, I know he will come, he would kill for my daughter.
No
So
doubt.
it's just this type of friendship is what's needed. And when I see these numbers that these young guys out here don't have any real friends, they don't have friends in real life, it troubles me.
Yeah.
It troubles me. Y'all, how the hell can you have a relationship with a woman when you can't even have a relationship with a dude, a man? You don't have a brother.
They don't have friends that can tell them when they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have that. And that's the key to life right there. If you got men around you, they're not afraid to tell you when you're messing up. Like I said, you know, D and I, you know, like I said, we've had words. You know what I mean? But we always know it ain't nothing, you know, it ain't about nothing but making us better. You know what I mean? Nothing about making our lives better. You know, we don't always agree on things for real. Like, you know, y'all seen like a little snippets of you know, y'all ain't really, they ain't even seen
nothing. Y'all ain't seen nothing. This man, me and him could go at it like crazy. If you could see it, you would think something about to happen, right? But guess what? Let something happen to him and his wife, and I turn around and hear you out. I turn around and hear you out.
Let somebody get in the middle, try to break it up.
Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So this is what y'all need, young men. I'm talking to y'all men out there. This is what you need. You got to go outside. You got to forge these bonds. This is what they say. Men need a tribe. Men, they need a clique. They need a clan. You need to go out there and form these bonds in order to be the best version of yourself. This is why we started the New Templars, right? This is why the Manosphere and Fresh and Fit and Rich Cooper and and all these other people. This is why this is why Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are so popular. These young guys are just drawn to it because they've never had it. So this is how it works, fellas. And as far as marriage goes, I wanted him to tell y'all that just so y'all can see. Okay, that's part of the 50% that works, right? But I'm here to tell you, I'm still not cool with today's system. I'm not cool with getting married in America, getting married to the government. You stand way too much to lose as a man who has something. But if you're a brokey and she wants to marry you and you move into her house and she's going to pay for everything, by all means, get married. Marry that woman. Marry her for 10 years. If it don't work out, guess what? You walking away with something. This is how the system is set up right now. And I'm going to leave it there. You know what I mean? Jay Swans, thanks for coming out here, bro. Let me catch up with the chat real quick, and and then we out of here. Brother Viking chilling in the clouds. That's what's up. Wrong button. Brother Viking was in the chat checking us out. Sorry it took me so long to get to your chat. Sister Candace, you can lead the horse to water, yeah, but you can't make them drink. And that was what Brother Mandriel was talking about. XFO, good men. That's what you need to be around, young brother. You need good men. You need to have a solid core around you, and that includes good men. People that you know will be there for you. There's no doubt in your mind. Like, I could call this man. I can be in Spain. Jay Swans can call me. And if I had to take a boat back or a rowboat or what, I'm getting back to him. I will do what I got to do to get there, and he knows I'll be there. I'll be there on target waiting. You know
the problem is if he was in Colombia, though, he might be like, yeah, give me about 15.
I might be a little late. Bro, hold on. Yeah, that's just keeping it 100. Brother Chris Smoky Hat, marriage in a traditional sense is a beautiful thing to which I believe we all should aspire. But the opposite is true when we think of marriage when viewed through modern lenses. Well put, brother. Well put. I like that. And that's another thing. Men and women are better together than apart. Don DeMarco to you, brother Chris Smoky Hat. So I just wanted to say that, man. A lot of people see this stuff and they think I'm anti-marriage. I'm not anti-marriage. I'm not anti-unions and relationships. No, I just don't like the way the system is set up and people could get hurt. Men getting hurt now, but women are making more now. So women might start getting wrecked in the family law system. I think that's bad. But when it works, like my brother right here, I've seen it from the beginning. I was right there. I've seen it. And I'm so proud. And whenever I think of relationships, I can't say that all marriage is terrible because I think of them. And I know how it works. I'm like, and I know it can work. And I watched them go from nothing to having a pool in the house.
Yo, and don't forget, man, like I said, and like I said, it wasn't always like this. We were young too, though. And that's the thing. We've grown up together. And that's one thing I always tell people, like we've grown up together, like I said, Naya was crazy. And but I loved her. There was something special about her, something different. She took care of me. She invested in my success, because my success was her success. So she had a plan, I guess. But yeah, it wasn't always easy. And it's still not always easy. But, when you give that 50-50 crap, that don't mean nothing, bro. It's like 120, because if you're only giving 50-50, then where's the other half going for each of you?
That's what I'm saying? Brother Damon Bless, he's like 25 years married. 25 years. Shout out to anyone who's done that. That's a serious accomplishment, man, especially in today's world. Shout out to anyone who's done that, bro. Shout out to you, Don DeMarco, for that. Anybody, Sister Candace. Sister Candace and her husband. Shout out to y'all. Right? I'm here to tell you, I'm not anti-relationship. I just don't believe you should be married to the government. We're going to leave it there, bro. So thanks for coming up and always having my back, bro. I appreciate it. Now people can say, all right, y'all see, I wasn't crapping on women. I wasn't crapping on marriage. I brought a man on who's been married and told you the secret. He gave you the sauce. Didn't even charge you nothing. It's free. How about we charge you?
Hold on. That was free?
Well, it was free for them. It's gonna cost me.
It's
gonna cost me, y'all.
Hey, here we go. Because I know Naya's kind of halfway watching this thing. Hey, I love you, and without you, there wouldn't be me.
Hey, sis.
I'll come in the room in a minute and check on you.
Are y'all wearing matching shirts again?
Actually, yeah. Well, she got me that one that says I love my crazy wife, and she got one that says I love my crazy husband.
Oh, so Lord.
That's what we wear right now.
You know what? And I wish that type of relationship on everyone who can hear my voice. It can work, y'all, but you must vet properly. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Here's the other way. Hold on. Here's the other one. Yo, look, hey fellas, if your lady got style and she's dressing you, it's okay. All right, don't try to fight it unless you're trying to get you to wear matching short sets. You know that's a bridge too far. You know I ain't doing that. But if she pulls out an outfit for you, you know what I mean, your lady ain't trying to look crazy, so she dressing you all right. Trust me, man. Just go with it. It ain't the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Man, look here, I ain't messing with you, bro. This is how I feel about
DL.
That's how I feel about that, bro.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do?
You can't dress yourself. That's how I look at it. Oh, this is great, man. What are we gonna do now?
Bro, I get out the shower and be like, they're my clothes. Thank goodness.
Man, we might as well get you some Garanimals, man, so you know what to wear. What we know, match your zebra with the zebra.
If I could do that, hey, bro, if I could get them, what are them long johns with the little booty flap, bro, that'd be fire. I ain't got to I can sit down and just, man.
You just went too far. Miss AKA ladies in the house.
The footy
Shout out to you,
pajamas.
love. Yeah, you just went too far. We're done. All right, I'm done. I gotta go. I gotta cook for my daughter. I gotta feed my little girl.
Yo, is Mandrell on the thing? Is he downstairs?
Yeah, he's downstairs, man. So, all right, y'all. That's Jay Swans. I'm DL Saint. This is DL Saint. I really want to know podcast. Man.
No, that's hold on. I'm regular Oreos. That's the thin diet Oreos. Y'all have a good night. On the Jay Swans, I really want to know podcast.
That's the end.
I can't stand this man sometimes, y'all. I can't stand